and we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies that they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah.
What's good? Salute to the fam, man. How y'all doing, man? We back to get boxing. It's JusDueBoxing on this good Sunday. We gonna get to it, man. We had some good action last night, y'all. We had some real good action last night, and the takeover might be back, man. He proved me wrong. We definitely gonna get into that. But I just want to be. I'm gonna have to reiterate a few things. Think people got selective hearing sometimes, man. You know, this T.O. win got people saying just anything in the comments. They like wilding out over this. So again, man, salute to T.O. and his pops, but we're gonna get into that. They're gonna get their just due. I don't got too much to knock him for in terms of that fight. Like, I think he went out there and really proved me wrong 100%. Like, he proved me wrong. Let me say what's up to the fam real quick, man. Mike, what's good with it, fam? Omega Red, what's good with it? How you feeling, my bro? Sean Clark, my bro, what's good with it? Salute to you. How you feeling, bro? So this last night, Teal got this. Yeah, a couple people saying that I was wrong, but again, I don't mind being wrong. It's just I don't like when people feel like they got, I told you, tell me shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people thought this dude was gonna lose, not just me, and for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? What's good with it? Sean Sleeper, what's good with it? This the Teal we need moving forward. Absolutely. Salute to Omega Red, man, putting that color in the chat early. Much love and appreciation, family.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Mark Nash, what's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Like Max said, Teal shows who he is in his biggest moments. I agree with that. Teofimo fan act like they was throwing punches too. We won. Yeah, and again, we're gonna talk about this, right? Because you know, with me being JusDueBoxing, I'm all about giving dudes their credit, right? But I just want to make this clear because it seems like people don't understand what got me to the point with T.O. If I'm watching a dude interview after interview say some of the most outlandish stuff, and he spend more time talking about his personal life and all the stuff he going through than the fight, logically, it's reasonable to believe that that man got a lot of things that he's dealing with. And we seen the last time that he was dealing with stuff, he lost, right? So I figure he going through even more, it seemed like, especially the way he been talking, you know, keep the black fighters, all this stuff, right? So he showed me like a kid that was mentally all over the place, right? So this is why I couldn't pick him to win. This is why I was adamant that he was not winning last night. Y'all want to be clear, very clear. Like, it's a reason why I felt like he wasn't going to win. You get what I'm saying? Nerds in the trap was good with it. Nobody expected what we saw last night. Not to that degree. Not to that degree. He surprised me too, Mike, man. Versus CAMPOS, the upset versus CAMPOS. Right. And again, I just don't want to confuse my opinion of whether or not he was going to win this fight with hate. And I've been very, very, outspoken with this. I don't hate none of these young fighters. I don't know these dudes. I don't like the way he think. You get what I'm saying? I don't like the stuff, the information that he was revealing in a fight this big. He had me feeling like, it was no way he was going to put all this stuff to the side and go in there and beat a Josh Taylor. But, man, he proved me wrong. Now, that don't mean that mentally he still ain't dealing with things, but I will say this. I think his mental is stronger than what I expected. You get what I'm saying? What I thought. So I'm here today to not only say how I was wrong about him losing the fight, but I'm wrong about his mental and him being able. I said this, though. If he could compartmentalize, put that stuff to the side, then, he going to be able to win. And I think he did that. Yeah, people claiming they saw this coming. I question their boxing IQ. Right. LetsBuild was good, family. Gertz was good with it, fam. 10K was good with it. I cannot like the person and respect the performance. You get what I'm saying? But did they make it so personal? Like, yo, I don't have no personals against Tio. I don't know the dude. I just know he is a young dude, 25 years old, with a lot on his plate. And again, I put myself in his shoes. I'm older than he is. You know what I'm saying? I got Tio by 12 years. You get what I'm saying? If I was dealing with what he was dealing with right now at my age, it would be bothering me. So it's not, out the realm of possibility for somebody to think that he could be dealing with, a lot on his plate and it's going to bleed into his performance. But he showed me that he's a lot stronger mentally than I thought. And I got much respect for him today for that. I do. I don't have many reasons to kind of rain on his parade. I don't, you know what I mean? That man went out there. They said they was going to box the hell out of Taylor. And man, damn, did they do it? They did it. Now, the fight played out. I was wrong to the point. I felt like, in the second half of the fight, it was going to be Josh Taylor taking away, creating a separation. He proved me wrong right there. He said, nah, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? From round 7 to 12, I'm convinced that man won every round. You know what I'm saying? He was piecing this dude up. You know what I mean? Poise, facts, Sean. Facts. He's, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Mentally still needs some schooling. Jumped out at 469. Yeah, and the trainer with an X factor. That's a good point, Mark. That's just a fact, though. Yeah, it's a fact, though. I just wanted to be clear because, I had made a video saying like, about the mental collapse. I highlighted some of the moments and some of the things that was, factoring into why I wasn't picking him to win. But people jumping in the comments, a dude said you must not be a good father if you something. I just deleted his comment before I went nuts on him. I'm like, damn, this shit got y'all. Person can't make a video giving an honest assessment of what they're seeing from a fighter without it being perceived as hate. That's weird to me. That's weird energy, bro. The man got busy, man. He went out there. He proved a lot of people wrong. Not just me. I'm just one of the first ones to admit it because I'm not an ego-driven content creator. I don't care about being wrong. I'm not going to get a lot of them wrong. I tell you that. But today, he proved me wrong. Miss JusDueBoxing, my baby girl. Salute to the queen. Appreciate you stopping through as always, baby girl. Tell her I know legs balance. Yeah, a few rounds. Facts. Mark Nash, look, that's 16, 17 months or whatever they said he had layoff. He said it didn't affect him, and I respect him for saying that. But if he wasn't off last night, I don't know what to tell you. He in trouble at 147. They're going to hurt that dude. They're going to hurt him up there. He looked off balance. His timing looked off. His punch placement was off. He missed a lot of shots, a ton of shots, bro. Yeah, he outboxed him from like, you know what I mean? He was outboxing him, like, especially from that halfway point from 7 on. He clearly was controlling the fight, and he just wasn't under that much pressure. So, again, I just got to get a young man his credit. Like, that's what it's about today. Me just giving this man his just due. And it's easy for me to do it because I know I don't hate on these dudes. I don't make a bunch of videos talking about how I hate these dudes. You get what I'm saying? I just thought his mental was going to be too much. The things he was dealing with, things on his plate was just too much for him to deal with, to go out there and perform 12 rounds the way he did. And he showed me wrong. He showed me that I was wrong. He put that stuff to the side and he went out there and won. But you can tell that the stuff was still on his mind. He just strong enough to put it to the side and work, because right after he got out the ring, he started talking about his personal stuff right back again. So y'all see, and then he talking about retiring. So again, he still is a guy that's all over the place. I just think he a bit a considerable, you know what I mean? He's stronger mentally than I thought. Plain and simple for me. Man, they make it personal. In fact, Sleeper, salute to you, bro. They always do it. And I just want to make it clear, like when it's just do, don't do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do me. Don't make it seem like I made it personal. I'm very open about everything I said. My whole focus was his mental, and it just wasn't an issue for him. Grease with Fire was good with it. Yeah, man, Taylor just looked bad, Grease. He looked bad, though. And I think a lot of him, the way he looked was what Tio was doing. And I think some of that was just Josh Taylor looking bad. You get what I'm saying? That's not no shade, no slight to Teofimo. He did everything right in that fight to me. He fought damn near a perfect fight. You get what I'm saying? Or close to it that he could get. So respect to everybody that picked Tio and knew he was going to win. Salute to everybody that got that right. Your boy just got that one wrong. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's the content I absorb, consumed, you know, seeing that this dude just every chance he get, he's saying the most craziest, wild stuff. But, you know what I mean? Then he got my respect when he said that he was being emotional and he don't really want to take his life. That he got some more respect for me. So he kind of winning me back over. Like, and I said this, if you want to be the guy that want to come with the I told you so energy, just make sure that you understand that I'm not a person that made it personal. And I've said this number of different times. If he wins this fight, that's good for boxing, because that would mean that he's at the top of his game, which I think he would have to be to beat Taylor. And that was a pretty damn strong performance. That wasn't shaky. It wasn't questionable. I didn't walk away from that performance like, man, I question it. If he performs that way from here on out, if he's locked in like that, he's very hard to beat, bro. He said they didn't want to give him the Ring Magazine facts, 10K. They didn't want to give it to him. Miami Kid Jay, what's good? I said earlier during the show, Focus Teofimo is a dangerous fighter. I actually thought Teo, like him, he was playing with his food. A little bit, it looked like. A little bit, Miami Kid did look like he's playing a little bit, like he could have probably taken him out if he really pressed the issue. I always thought Taylor was overrated too. I never thought he was pound for pound. I feel you, nerds in the trap. The thing is with Taylor, he was what they were saying he was. Get what I'm saying? Dude fought like 6 undefeated fighters in a row. 4 of them was world champions. Like he was doing it right. But I felt like he might have over celebrated again after he became undisputed. He had a lackluster performance against Jack Catterall, had a long-ass layoff, came in here and looked lackluster as well. You get what I'm saying? It was just more than a layoff. He underestimated Tio. Possibility, real possibility, Sleeper. Real possibility, bro. Yeah, I was definitely wrong, Mike. But again, I tell people this all the time. I'm not an ego-driven content creator. I mean that. I don't care about being wrong. I'm just not one of those people, bro. I just don't care. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to get them all wrong, but I had actual, things that I was basing this off. I was basing this off what he was showing me, but what he also showed me was something I couldn't measure. You know what I mean? I couldn't account for was him being stronger mentally than I thought. And I salute the hell out of him for that. Salute to you, Tio. And if I was you, I'd take me a nice break, but I wouldn't retire, because if that's what you want, last night is what you want. Nah, bro, you got a lot to add. And you got a lot to still give to the boxing world. And I said this over and over. If he wins, it's good for boxing because he's at the top of his game. He is exciting to watch. He is dangerous. But I was very hell-bent on him losing. I want to be very clear. I did not think he was winning, especially not like this, bro. I mean, definitely dope weekend in boxing, L-Dub. I enjoyed my boxing. We did over 8 hours of streaming yesterday, y'all. We did over 8 hours of streaming. Salute to everybody that came through. Sante, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? Looking good. Yeah, last night, K-Rod, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? He said they didn't know he was going to win. They would be paid out because Teal was the underdog. They hoped he was going to win. They didn't make no bets. Right, for the people that didn't. Right, Mark Nash. That's true, though, bro. It's true, though. And Jones was good with it. I wanted Teal to lose, and he did the damn thing. Kind of proud of him. I'm definitely happy for him, for sure. I'm happy for him, man. He showed that he's in better mental shape than I thought. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, and I interpreted that as him not being able to compartmentalize those emotions, put them to the side, and he look again. Like I just don't have no problem saying I was wrong. And if anybody really was listening to me, y'all would have heard me say some things I don't mind being wrong about. This is one of them. If he don't lose this fight, this is something I have no issue with being wrong about. I know people had to hear me saying this, so it's like, but let's not be confused. I was hell bent on him losing. Trust me, wasn't seeing too many outs for this dude. And he showed me something else. I want to give him some credit. Because his power looked like it was there last night. Out of any fight, any of those fights at 40, that's the one where it looked like his power was there. I seen some power. I seen some pop, man. Teofimo on the juice. That's why he was taking those face shots with ease. When fighter says retired, that means he don't want to get drug tested. It's not to hell fool. Yeah, he go to retire, just letting his emotions get the best of him. And again, that's why I had him wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had him wrong. Gert says you have to make bets to justify your things on win. No. But just feel it. Just understand it this way, Gertz. It's not just that. That's not for everybody, right? But what he's saying is some of the most outspoken people, they'll normally bet. These people normally will bet. But they were so adamant and like convinced that he was going to win. But these same people wasn't willing to make bets. You get what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. That doesn't apply to everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? People like you, if you was one of the people that thought he was going to win. But I get 100% what he's saying. It's people that was super confident that normally bet, but they didn't bet. You get what I'm saying? The gamblers that they bet on every week, on every fight. You get what I'm saying? But this the fight that they was the most adamant about, but the one they didn't bet on, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? So it's just for those people. That's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? I thought Taylor was going to stop T.O. Man, I thought he could stop him late. I thought it would be a points decision victory for Josh Taylor. Like I said, I thought the athleticism, his gas tank early, things like that. I think that was going to keep him in the fight in the first half. And I thought the second half, Josh Taylor was going to take over, but it was exactly the opposite way. T.O. took over, bro. I think T.O. was talking wild again. Yeah, right. He also say the greatest since Ali that ran before he's retiring. Right. So Stamboza can knock down Teal, but Taylor can't. Right, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy how he couldn't get him out of there. I mean, Taylor power looked like it was a non-factor last night, too. Y'all, I don't know about y'all and what y'all seen. I seen Taylor's power look like a non-factor. Even the biggest shots he hit T.O. with, T.O. was I ain't never seen him eat no shots like that. I ain't gonna lie. He was eating the ones he did get hit with. T.O. haters got to eat their words. If the only worst enemy is himself. When he's 100, nobody beats him. Facts. Ultra instinct. Fact. Salute, fam. I will say this. When he's at the top of his game, he's a hard guy to beat. Whether or not he'll be beat at the top of his game remains to be seen, because when he fought Cambosis, respectfully, he wasn't at the top of his game and he lost. But he was at the top of his game, in my opinion, last night, and he won. So that is something to think about. You know what I mean? That is something to think about. Some of the people was calling, they said his back against the wall and he gonna stand tall. And y'all got it right, yo. I got it right. He said, bro, how you going to say it would have lost? It would have lost. He may have offed himself. Yeah, and Jones, I'm glad he didn't lose, though, man. Teofimo kills Haney. Tank Shakur Ryan, his best. Everybody, this was a masterclass versus a prime lineal champ. Josh Taylor. Tank would never face Josh at his prime. This is greatness. I know it seems like that, right? It seems like that, yo. But Tank ain't nothing to play with. Tank ain't nothing to play with. If you go in a fight like that, looking like that against Tank, and you can't hurt him, he gonna beat you up. He really is. Like, I don't see nobody that you can't make Tank have some level of respect for. He's gonna hurt you, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you, Ultra Instinct. Listen, you high on Teofimo. Got a reason to feel good about him after last night. He did his thing. But just to say he kills Haney, Tank, Shakur, Ryan, like, that's saying a lot, bro. I don't think he kills none of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? Especially not my Jersey fellow, man. I think Tank sleep his ass, to be honest with you. That's just me. You know what I mean? But It'll be a good fight. He'll give anybody a good fight. I don't think he'll just get walked through by any of those dudes, right? I think he'll give all of those guys a good fight, if not beat. He'll beat Orion. I just ain't picking him outright to beat Haney, Tank, and Shakur. That's a lot, but salute to you, man. Salute to Teal for his win. Zach, salute, fam. You say you knew Teal would win. Salute to you, bro. Look, some of y'all really got it right. Hit the nail on the head, bro. Well, it looks shaky because his dad was trying to change his style. Hey, and yo, if your people would have listened to the video, also, this is another thing I went off, family. His dad said he ruined his own fighter and his son. He said, I ruined him. I ruined him. I was ruining my son. I was doing this. Like, I had a lot of stuff to go off as to why he couldn't win. But this man, Teofimo Lopez Jr., showed me, that this man can operate in chaos. That's something that you just can't measure that. That's not something I could say that I knew he was going to be able to deal with the way he dealt with it, bro. I mean, look, bro, you got to be honest. Ultra Instinct, it's not about him not being black, bro. It's not about him not being black. You got to think, when Teo lost, he almost started taking it out on the fans. You get what I'm trying to say? He turned a lot of people off with his comments. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's about him not being black. You got to think, this was the dude that was doing backflips wearing the college jerseys not too long ago after his wins, and they was in love with it. You get what I'm trying to say? They was in love with it. So people are loving him. I don't hear too much negative right now, because you right now trying to make something negative out of this man's performance last night would be hating, because he didn't have a bad performance. He had a very good performance after having a shaky one. So it's not nothing you can take from him. So anybody doing that, I don't think it's a matter if he's black or not. I just think some people are just natural born haters. Like, you can't respect the win that he earned last night. I don't know what to tell you. That man went out there and earned it. He proved me wrong and a lot of other people. And he showed that he got a lot to offer this boxing game, man. I respected Teofimo and his dad for getting it done, bro. They got it done, man. From the gate till power translated well, Sean. He looked sharp last night. He looked sharp and he looked strong. And he looked like he was hurting Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was hurting Taylor. He was the best young guy out of them all. I mean, look. See, Ultra Instinct, you gotta, when you come in here, you gotta be part of the conversation, bro. Don't alienate yourself from the people that you're trying to speak with by saying people don't know boxing if they thought he wasn't gonna win. That has nothing to do with not knowing boxing. You get what I'm saying? So just be mindful with that, because over here we know boxing. Like, we ain't casuals over this way. We know boxing. Not knowing boxing has nothing to do with getting a pick wrong. I just want people to understand that. So just Fruity retire after every Wilder fight so he would get drug tested. Johnny killed my bro. What's good with it? Yeah, I feel you, Asante. You know what it is with Fury Tail. Definitely on a steep decline to those last two fights. That's what it looked like, bro. That's what it looked like. I mean, Ultra Instinct, are you trying to get blocked, or like, what you trying to do? I'm trying to let you be part of the conversation. Nobody's mad. Just do giving Teo his credit. Nobody's mad he won. I'm glad he won. That means that should be better for boxing, especially if he really deciding to stick around. You know what I mean? Yo, Miami Kid, he beat the hell out of Taylor last night, bro. He put some hands on Taylor. He put some real hands on Taylor, bro. G Roy, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? If it's true, Smurf to retire to get out of his top rank contract, and we'll be back once the expiration date is completed. That's a good point, G Roy. That's a good point. Tank is hype. Teofimo going to school. Tank passed way past hype, bro. He way past hype. Get what I'm saying? He way past hype. We gotta be real. Like, I know you want to give Teofimo his credit, but don't slight the other fighters just to give Teofimo his credit. Teofimo did his thing, but that don't mean he'll beat Tank. You know what I'm saying? I know you feeling good. Teo can beat Haney, in my opinion, but not Tank. And listen, he got an opportunity to beat people, right? But it's not guaranteed. He still got to go prove it, right? He had a great showing last night. He did his thing, and I respect him, man. He put all the personal issues, the wife issues, the not seeing his son issues, the dysfunction between him and his dad button head issues. He had a lot on his plate. don't be surprised. Nobody should be surprised that if anybody been following this dude, they didn't think he was going to win because of all the things that he was dealing with. That makes nobody a hater. That's you're making an observation based off what you're seeing. And we can be wrong sometimes. A hater would be trying to say he looked bad last night or make an excuse for why he won. No, that man got in there and did his damn thing. Him and his dad put together a game plan. They say they was going to box his ass. They did that. They did that very well. It's just nothing to take from it. There's no need to be mad. Don't matter if he's black, Spanish, white. Doesn't matter, bro. Don't matter. We rock with him. We rock with boxing over here. We don't care about, you know what I mean? We don't care what color you are. We really don't. Like, skills are skills. Teo showed a lot of skill, a lot of talent, a lot of poise, a lot of discipline, IQ. He was in his bag, a lot of heart, a lot of confidence. He stood on business, bro. He did everything he said he was going to do. Beat him up. Javon, what's good, bro? A hot, cold fighter. How do you know good versus Loma and Taylor? And look like discoveries CAMPOS and Martin. And it's a good point, bro. It's a good point. You could say it's you know what I mean? He could be a little hit and miss, hot and cold. He could. So rather the fight needs to have his back against the wall. Hey, Johnny Q, I thought he was just talking right there. I thought he was just talking right there. But look, he showed it. He showed it last night, bro. His back was against the wall, and he think Tank will never face Teofimo, at least without advantages. I mean, look, man, Tank ain't at 140, so we gotta be realistic. You know what I mean? Tank ain't at 140. When he was at 135, Teofimo could have entertained a fight there. So I don't think we're gonna see that fight, not because of Tank ducking him. You gotta understand, Tank a different ball game. Tank ain't no damn Josh Taylor boy. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna get in there and just do what he wants to no Tank Davis, bro. Already Doug Haney a few times. Look, man, you know what I mean? We want to give him his credit, but let's not hate on nobody else while giving him his credit. Let's just give him his just due and just let it be that. Let's stop trying to compare him to all these fighters that he haven't fought. Because to be honest with you, they already sound like they was pricing themselves out against Haney. So you doing a lot of talking. They out here talking about they need $20 million for Devin Haney. Don't that sound like pricing yourself out? Because I know for damn sure if Devin Haney said he need $20 million to fight Teofimo, everybody be calling him a duck and saying he pricing himself out. So we got to be real with that. You get what I'm saying? Got to be real, bro. Over here we don't do no hating. We give a credit where it is due. But we don't all share the same exact opinions because we think for ourselves. Zoom, what's good with his Zoom verse? How you feeling, my bro? Yeah, Teal did his thing, man. Absolutely. Said stop the cat Tank lullaby. You know my bro. You know what my bro saying is. You know what I mean? What's good with you, Zoom? Appreciate your family. Yeah, man. You can hype Teofimo all you want. Just don't, ain't no need to disrespect the rest of the fighters. And what's good with it? And how you feeling? Just did you hear after the fight? Commentator says Lopez feels better with stuff around him. Crazy is not a normal fighter when it comes to stuff like that. I could say I agree after last night, and the way he put all that stuff to the side, he probably does his best operating in chaos, bro. And that's rare. That's rare. You get what I'm saying? That's rare. Not everybody will be able to do that. Credit to that young king for putting that stuff to the side, bro. Know what I mean? It's just not something I didn't think he was going to be able to do. I'm glad he was. You think I want to see a young 25-year-old dude be mentally not together to the point where he can't go in there and perform at a high level and do his thing? Why would I want that? Well, anybody in their right mind that really love boxing is not going to want to see Teofimo worse for wear. You want to see him at the top of his game because you want to see the best fight possible. A lot of people will hear what my pick was, but they're not going to hear me say, I hope he's at the top of his game, and so is Josh Taylor, so we can get the best fight possible. Despite who I think was going to lose, I made it very clear how I thought he was going to lose, but I'm not sitting here watching this fight, and every time he get hit, I'm hoping something happened. I ain't rooting against him. I just didn't think he was going to win. It's simple. You know what I mean? It's simple. He did his damn thing. Dude, what's good, cuz? How you feeling? He showed great IQ. Figured Josh out, man. Exactly, bro. Exactly, cuz. He went to work. Edgar Chavez jersey is in the building. What's good with it, bro? Tails 8. Since he led the big victory. Yeah, right. And then he'll fight a lesser fighter or not a bigger challenge, and then he'll probably have a lackluster performance or something. So he just got to build off this. I think he can truly build off this performance, bro. I mean, I think he really can. He can build off this performance, bro. Adolfo, my guy, what's good with it, bro? Where you been? How you been? Most importantly, how you been, bro? Good to see you, Adolfo. Know what I mean? Man, what do you think about him taking retirement? Yeah, he probably just talking cuz he probably just being emotional. You know what I'm saying? I've been critical of Teal. You know that, JusDueBoxing. Last night he showed me, and I give him all his credit. Right, we giving him all his flowers, man. This is about giving Teal his flowers. Y'all know my thumbnails usually have a ton of people in them, bro. Today, I just wanted to get him his credit because he earned it. He went out there and stood on business, and I got to respect that. I'm keeping the same energy. Prove me wrong, and that man stood on business. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I just didn't think he'd do it. I thought he had too much on his plate, and that would bleed into the fight, but he showed me otherwise, and I respect him for it, man. Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute, OG. How you feeling? Waiting for him, and he's running the other way. Yeah, we're going to see where he goes from here, too, Asante. It's going to be interesting to see. Last night, they made Josh look mundane last night. The undisputed champion, just like that sinking. Nah, he did, Miami kid. He made him look bad, bro. He made him look bad. He made Taylor look average last night, to me. He made Taylor look average. I think I will factor some of that maybe into the layoff, but I'm not going to put too much into that layoff. Why? Because Josh Taylor said out of his mouth, the layoff or the ring rust, that wasn't the issue. You get what I'm saying? And respect to him for not making no excuse either. He took this L like a man, and he lost to the better man. Teofimo was the better man last night, and he won. The right man won. He took control of the fight, I think, from 7 to 12. It was T.O.'s fight. From 7 to 12. I think the first 6 was competitive, and I think he changed gears on him from 7 through 12, bro. Did his thing, man. Baby boy hurting, man. I really hope he gets all that settled. Yeah, right. And you kind of level with him more, Zoom, when you know all the stuff he was dealing with. Like, damn, it's one thing to be having issues where you just not focused, but this is stuff that's out of your control that you really can't. You get what I'm saying? You can't control this stuff. It's happening. You know what I mean? So he had no excuses, right? He ain't make no excuses. I appreciated that last night. He let the win be what it was. Teofimo came back looking like the takeover. He was in his bag. He was switched on. He was playing to the crowd. He was entertaining. He was making Josh Taylor miss, making him pay. He hit him with a Superman punch at some point in the fight. Like, damn, Teo was styling last night. It was cool to see, bro. It was cool to see. Like, that's why in boxing, you're not supposed to make none of this personal, because when you see a guy win, you can truly be happy for him. I'm glad he went out there and got a win. I don't want to see no mentally fragile fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the dude go out there and get his ass beat. You get what I'm saying? So, because he ain't mentally together. So, don't love Teal. I love boxing. Right? I was excited watching my class Taylor. Most excited been all night. Yeah, he was putting work in, Sean. He was putting that work in, bro. He's looking sharp, bro. Absolutely. Salute to you, bro, man. Salute, much love, Dolfo, man. Don't work too hard over there. I know how it be, man. He on this ass shit. Why the margin? Nah, that 117, 111 about right for me. That 117, 111 about right. That 117, 111 about right. About right for me. About right. That 115, what was it? 115, 113? Nah, it wasn't that close. It was about 115. I mean, that 117, 111 about right, bro. That about right. You get what I'm saying? Catterall gave Teo that blueprint because Catterall was piecing Taylor up. Now, facts he was. That Superman punch was disrespectful, Johnny Q, bro. He's wild out his mind. Shout out to Shane Mosley for getting that knockout. Facts, Zach. He got him a knockout last night, bro. Teo was jealous of black fighters. I just didn't like the comments. That's what it sounded like. He openly said those things out of his mouth. You know what I mean? Had me think he was going to get caught at some point. Yeah, me too, until I started feeling the other way, 10K. After a while, Mr. Holmes was good with it. That would be Teo, though. Now, Mr. Holmes, you know, people prisoners of the moment. They talking about he killed Dad now. How did Sugar Shane, one of my favorite. Yeah, his dad. Yeah, Sugar Shane was one of my favorite fighters growing up too, man. His son went out there and knocked out Big Meech, Demetrius Ballard, man. Knocked him out. I didn't expect him to knock him out. My bad, y'all. Yeah, and it's gonna be the important thing for him is balance and to build off this performance. I mean, I don't know how much stock to put into that retirement thing, but he did post it again on his Instagram that he's retiring. So I just really don't know how much to put into that, how much stock to put into that. But We're gonna see, but he definitely can build off this performance because this is a great win for the young man. 2 division champion. He out there doing his thing, man. I mean, I salute him. I'm glad that he's in better condition than I thought. I salute him. Like no real man wants to see a young kid, go through as much as he was going through. That's why I felt like that what he dealing with is a lot to deal with, no matter how old you are, let alone being young and having to focus that much on boxing when you got that much going on. That's tough for anybody. But the fact that man was able to operate in extreme chaos is rare, bro. He showed me something. Showed me something, Tio. You showed me something, Tio. Showed me something. Told me something. Judah Ben, my bro, what's good with it? Yeah, man. He from clearly Judah from like 7 on through 12 to me was clear. It was just a one-sided fight at that point, and he was in his bag, and he wasn't losing no rounds. He didn't slow down. He was in his bag, yo. He was in his bag. Be a great fighter and a sucker at the same time. Absolutely, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And again, he's young, right? I just want to try to give him some leeway. Like, he's young. A lot of stuff he's dealing with. You know, a lot of the comments he's making, he got some maturing to do, but he's no doubt still a hell of a fighter. Still a hell of a fighter, bro. He's a hell of a fighter. And there's no reason to be mad or not be able to get his man his credit. There's no need for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very easy, yo. Just say, yo, T.O., you went out there and did your thing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is never personal, man. Enjoy these fighters. They don't be here forever. You see, you talking about retiring already, 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? Tell out a year and a half layoff, though. That ain't Regis or Dev. True. They already talking about he stay focused like this, he beats Regis, man. Who knows? I know why people would be confident, but Regis is going to be a different guy, man. He going to make that fight a lot tougher physically, a lot tougher. And his punch is going to hurt. Yeah, nah, Zach, he was in his bag, bro. Salute to Teofimo D, man. My bro, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through Black Grass Podcast, my bro. What's good with it? Yeah, man, y'all sub to the channel. Smash that like button if you haven't, man. Come rock out with your boy. Yeah, he did where he got it off, man. Great win for him, bro. Great win. You can see Teal confidence building round by round. Wasn't long before Taylor's confidence left the ring. 100% fact and accurate, in my opinion. Sean, like Antoine Russell would beat Teal. That'd be a much tougher fight because he gonna bring it. Let's acknowledge the fact that even though T.O. looked this good, let's acknowledge how bad Josh Taylor was looking in there too. Aside from what T.O. was forcing him to look bad and beating him up, beating him to the punch and styling on him, Josh Taylor just looked like another flat performance. Like, to me, he got to really show me that he's still an elite fighter. Like, the last 2 performances are losses to me. And he got beat up handily in both of these fights. You get what I'm saying? So right now, Josh Taylor looking like the guy that's on the decline when you really look at it. Like, the book is out on him. Like, I don't know, man. And again, you talking about moving up to 47, you gonna be fooled up there. You're not beating none of them, man. You ain't beating them 47 killers up there, bro. I just don't see it. I think he gonna get smoked up there. Mm-hmm. Yo, yeah, he was playing with him, Judah. He was playing, bro. Once Teal cracked Taylor, backed up, Teal turned up. Yeah, he seen it, and he was hurting. Let's talk about how he was hurting this man. He was hurting the hell out of Josh Taylor last night, y'all. Agreeing with Teal not being consistent, contradicting himself, but he got the job done in the ring. I don't agree with Teal mentality, but he got the job done. You get what I'm saying, G-Roy? We not against the young king, man. We not against him. But what he's showing us, we just made an assessment, most of us, when we were talking about his mental based off what he was showing us. I don't think, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, he looked bad, Zach. He looked bad last night, bro. He definitely did. He looked bad. So I've been saying Josh Taylor been overrated. He just was a bit of a weight bully at 140 and he overstayed because he knew he can't compete at 147. I had said that initially too. Not the weight bully, but I say he stayed there long because he wanted to avoid what the inevitable, that smoke that's up there at 47. I think, like, now let's just put it in perspective. Josh Taylor fought about 6 undefeated fighters in a row. 4 of them was like champions and something like that. Like, he put the work in, bro. But you know, nerves in the trap, sometimes that decline could hit you fast. You get what I'm saying? That decline could hit you fast. And I think after he became undisputed, he got a little comfortable. He even said it. He got complacent. And complacency is hard to you know what I'm saying? You settle into these habits, bro. It's hard to break them. And he still looked very complacent last night. He looked like a guy that was unable to get into second gear. He couldn't get out of first gear to me, y'all. I did not. This is the first fight I've seen from Josh Taylor where he did not. No, the second fight, because he didn't do it against Jack Catterall either, but he couldn't get out of first gear, bro. Next three names Lopez sent were Ramirez, Prograis, and Matias. Oh, yeah, I mean, look, with credit to him, respect to him, let's see him. I want to see him all. I think he can beat Ramirez, though. I think he can beat Ramirez. I think the speed and the athleticism would be issues for Ramirez right off the bat. I think those would be issues. You're going to get whooped my way. The retro Usher, man, yo, Teo was tripping out there. Teo been ducking Jose Ramirez for 3 years now. It'd be interesting to see if he fight him. So last night, yeah, he took his issues and threw them at Josh Taylor last night. He 100% did. Big Dog Willie in that super chat. Salute to my bro. You see Khan and Teal corner coaching. Khan is amazing.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie. I just hate the guys who just hate him and to hate. I'm going to not give him credit for his win, saying that Taylor should have been up at 47. Yeah, but we going to let them haters be the haters. And over here, you know, me staying true to my name, I'm going to give that man his just due because he earned it. He went out there and proved a lot of people wrong. He was dealing with a lot of stuff. He put that stuff to the side, put that stuff to the back of his mind. As much as he needed to, and he went out there and fought the fight of his life, to me. You know what I mean? Very great win. Great win for him, man. He just went out there and did his thing. Huge win for Teal. Happy for him now. Everybody else can stop the hate. I mean, the hate ain't never going to stop, right? Because haters, some people just going to hate on him. Chop, what's good with it, fam? They going to hate on him just to hate on him. But I just want to be clear because some people was taking, you know, the video I made and what I've been saying about him as hate. That's not hate when you clearly watching a man mentally deteriorate in front of you. At least that's what it appears. And more times than not, when a guy has all of that chaos in his personal life, it's hard for them to go out there and perform at the level that Teofimo did. So I ain't gonna act like what he did was regular, man. This was a special performance simply because what he was facing, what he been still dealing with. You get what I'm saying? And I said this before, his toughest battles, he's even said it, and his toughest battles has been outside the ring, not in the ring. It's crazy. When you look at it, that's what it is. Yeah, Teo face looking like Gunzo in first gear. Yeah, he did. He marked him up some. He marked him up, but he couldn't really get out of there. You know what I'm saying? He said he over there dancing to the Usher right now. Everybody's picking Taylor, but Teo was the most poised I remember seeing him. Me too, bro. Very poised. Fimo beats Barboza. I think so too, 10K. Definitely made everybody eat this shit pie last night. Yeah, man. I mean, again, for the people that was hating on him, they definitely ate some crow. You know what I mean? I really don't have no problem saying I was wrong because I know I never hated on him, right? I think if you hated on him, you definitely eating crow and a mouthful of it. You know what I'm saying? Mouthful of it. King Ali, what's happening with it, fam? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, man. Congratulations to Teal. There's more sharks out there to conquer. Absolutely is, though. The last night, I think he does. Man, Teal was dancing electric boogaloo. Yeah, man, he was having fun in there, man. It was good to see. It was good to see. He was in his bag and he was doing his thing, and it was good to see, bro. It was cool to see. Yeah, I think he can beat Barboza, yo. I think the lack of power in the Barboza fight could hurt him. You know what I mean? Him not being a puncher like that, I think it could hurt him. Yeah, I think, and I get it. Like, you know, a lot of y'all did call it, but I don't think people were sleeping on Teo. Again, I think people were watching a guy that seemed like he was fading right in front of us. You get what I'm saying? a bad performance that he won. Asking, do he still got it? Keep the black fighters. I'm a role model. But then in the next breath, I want to take somebody's life. Then he even said he want to die. He said he want to die. He said this to Mark Kriegel, right? So I think people were just assessing what they felt like they were seeing. That was a guy that just wasn't mentally right to win that fight. You get what I'm saying? And that's all it was. But some people I'm not speaking for the haters. I'm just speaking for the more logical thinkers that was going off of what they was being presented. What this guy was presenting to us was a dude that just wasn't all the way focused on the task at hand, but he showed people wrong. He was more focused than I thought he ever could be. You know what I mean? Teo can humble himself. He would get more support. Yeah, Sante L, you got to think. That's why I told people it's not all hate, bro, because you got to think not too long ago, this was the guy knocking people out, doing flips, wearing jerseys after the fights, you know what I mean? Doing Heisman poses and all types of stuff, right? They was loving all of that. It's when he started going against the media and treating it like after he lost to CAMPOS, he started treating it like everybody was against him. And that's where he started losing people. You get what I'm saying? So everybody's not hating, but some people just gonna hate because that's what they do. But Benavidez's dad called Munguia last night. Yeah, man, I seen it. I seen that. Tyson was mentally right either, but he was a dog, right? And you even seen him with when he had his biggest troubles, King Ali, you see it went downhill for him, right? So it's not out the realm of possibility for people to think that, Teo was in that same light. He was in that same situation, but he just found a way to deal with it. You get what I'm saying? He found a way to put that stuff to the side and go out there and shine, man. And a lot of pressure was on him, and I think he shined, man. He was the underdog and everything. He went out there and performed at a high level with a ton of BS on his plate and a ton of chaos going on in his life. So do I think he beats Haney? I still think that's a much different fight, D, man. Like I'm not one of them people that's saying after this performance he definitely beats Haney, but it'd be a real interesting fight. The thing is, Haney ain't gonna be coming off no 16, 17 month layoff and things like that. You get what I'm saying? And he ain't a complacent fighter. He's still hungry. I think one could argue that the complacency for Josh Taylor has really come back to bite him in the ass in a real way. And I think people could even argue if he's still at the elite level right now because how he performed last night and in the fight before that. Just didn't look good at all. Right, more athleticism for that fight with Taylor, in my opinion. That's all I predicted. Yeah, I knew the athleticism and speed would cause some issues for Taylor, but I thought Taylor's timing, once he did get his timing down, I thought he would be able to neutralize some of that athleticism and speed, but he just never got on track with his offense, and Teo was styling on him. You know what I mean? It's sexy when a guy like Lopez at the top of the game. Man, I don't know about sexy. I don't use words like that when I'm speaking boxing, right? I be thinking that's weird. Like they could have them weird, they could have that. But I think I said this all along. If Teofimo's at the top of his game, that's good for boxing because he's an exciting fighter. So it is good for boxing if he's at the top of his game, right? Because that means he can give us quality fights, good fights that he possibly can win, big fights, meaningful fights. So it's better for the sport. Like, you get what I'm saying? If he was mentally like torn apart the way I thought, that wouldn't be good for the sport because that would be a fighter that's supposed to be entering his prime on a decline. That would be a bad thing for the sport. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's not worse for wear and he's better off than I thought he was, I like that. I'm glad that he's like that. I'm glad he's good, bro. I swear I am. I'm not just saying that. I'm glad that he's better off than I thought. Don't want to see that man mentally messed up. The same way I root for Broner and his mental state is the same thing for Teo. Teo just turned you off a bit more because he got this like F y'all, it's me against y'all type attitude. And that's not the deal. We still support you, bro. We enjoyed your fight. You know what I'm saying? I put in over 8 hours of streaming last night. You know what I mean? And over 4 was calling his car. You know what I'm saying? Dun Daughter was good with it, fam. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through, man. Y'all smash the like button if y'all haven't, man. I tell you, he's too much of a wild card. He is. That's true. He is a wild card. You just don't know. AB chipped that lawyer, didn't he? Can't wait for Bam to snatch Sonny's belt. Yeah, he talking too much. He talking too much. I was about to bet you. Nah, D-Man. I ain't a prisoner of the moment in that way, D-Man. I ain't just counting Haney out like that. Salute to my bro, Big Dog. Really back in that super chat, man. Much love, much appreciation, man. Taylor real good last night. Looks like the young Khan. You look like Condon. You're on your way to becoming an all-time great. That's a pure fact. Talk to him, Big Dog.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie. King Ali said, if he would have lost this fight, it would have been courage for Teal's confidence, desire would have been impacted. Yeah. Facts, King Ali. He shined bright in his toughest moment. And I just have nothing but respect for him today. And he gonna get his just due. I'm not gonna find a way to take credit from him. There's no reason for that. I never was against him. I just didn't think he was gonna win this fight because I thought he mentally wasn't in the right state. And I can't stress that enough. I was wrong, and it's okay to be wrong about. I'm glad I was wrong about his mental state. Get what I'm saying? I'm glad. You know what I mean? Josh Taylor could rebound from this, but Teo would have had a lot to come back from had he lost this fight. So, you know what I mean? I think the guy that could afford to lose lost. You get what I'm saying? And the guy that needed to rise to the occasion rose to the occasion. And that was Teofimo last night. I think he booked his Hall of Fame spot, man. He done doubted. Listen. If he keep building off that, bro, because he only 25. If he keep building off that, he got a lot that he could accomplish if he play his cards right. Because he put himself back in a real good situation with this win. So he just got to be smart. We're really about to get Teal versus Rolly unification. That'd be crazy. I swear, Teal versus Rolly unification would be funny. Yeah, it'd be funny. Xander beat the hell out of the dude that had sex on his mouth guard. Yeah, he pissed me off, 10K. As soon as I seen that on his mouth guard, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I immediately not rooted for him when I seen that on his mouth guard. I said, bro, tripping, bro. Bro ass tripping. But this is a great night of boxing, man. You got to give that man his credit, man. I am. I ain't telling nobody else what they got to do. I'm giving him his credit, right? He proved me wrong, and I don't have no problem being wrong about his mental state. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I just want to make sure everybody is aware and understand the difference between somebody making an assessment based off of what they feel like they're seeing and somebody that just hate the fighter for no reason. I'm not one of them people. He put together a damn great fight last night, and he earned it. He earned his win. He earned them belt. He called himself a 2-division champion. You can't take it. You just can't take it from him, and you shouldn't want to. Yeah, facts, D-man. I ain't like that on the mouth guard. King Kong salute fan. Is real competition at 140? Absolutely, bro. What you think, Teal versus Ramirez next? That could be next down, Dada. That could be. And that'd be a good fight. But I think he can beat. I think the athleticism and the speed, I think he could beat Ramirez. And he showed he had a pretty good beard in there last night, man. Like the biggest shots that Josh Taylor hit him with, like he was walking through them joints. He was walking through them. Like he was on a different type of time last night, Tio was, man. And it was good to see. He was in his bag. He was playing to the crowd. You know what I mean? That man was having a lot of fun. He was having a lot of fun last night. But yeah, Tio and Ramirez would be a good ass fight down Dada. It could be next. Again, he got options. He put himself in a position to have options. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Josh Taylor could convince him to give him a rematch. Who knows? But he beat Josh Taylor convincingly, man. And I don't have no doubt that he'd be able to do it again. Like, he convinced me that much. So it's a takeover back. Is Teofimo Lopez back? He might be, man. He might be. But he damn for sure can build off this win. He can build off this win and go from there, bro. He can build up the win and go from there. See, Munguia look decent, even though he almost got stopped. Yeah, Dundada, I knew that was going to happen too. Not as far as him almost getting stopped. I knew it was going to be a tough fight, but I felt like his activity and stuff was going to be to outlast the older Derevyanchenko, and that's what happened. I thought it was going to be a points win for Munguia, and that's what he got. I wanted Tia to get humble, but I still want him to win. Right. I feel you. It's hard to think all this mental stuff might just be a publicity stunt to sell tickets the way he looked last night. It's just like, it's not so much a publicity stunt, I get you, but I guess it's just like, I could have speak for myself. I underestimated, you know what I mean? I think I overanalyzed what I felt was his mental state. You get what I'm saying? And I still think he's all over the place in his head and he got a lot going on, but he showed me that he's a different kind of special in a regard that he put all that stuff to the side. Like, again, that's mental toughness. You get what I'm saying? To be going through everything he's dealing with and to go win a fight this big, you got to give him credit for it. Go Flow was good with a fan. Promotion and conference till happy for the fight is now justified. It is, bro. It is. I give him that. Undeniably. Like, he stood on business, bro. He stood on business, and it was good to see. That been at 147. I'm not understanding there's so much talent at 140. Yeah, I don't know why either, because he ain't going nowhere right now. He ain't going to no 47 right now. Watching a person who's a former trainer that has agenda now, he says that the style that Lopez fights is more dangerous for Matias than Regis. It could be more dangerous for Matias because I think Matias does less in the ring than Regis. And I think Regis does a bit more. I keep telling people that I feel like that's why Regis wouldn't lose no fight to Matias. I feel like he'd beat him, possibly stop him. He's more refined, he's more polished. You know what I mean? He could do a bit more in there. You know what I'm saying? He's a fighter that can box, right? He's a fighter that can box, Regis is, but I don't know still if Matias is a fighter that can box, at least at the level that Regis could. Now, maybe I have it wrong, but I don't think I do, though. I think Regis is a bit more polished, more experienced, more refined at this point in his career. Although they got some similarities to their style, I think, Regis can mix it up a bit more. And Regis, Regis tough throughout a fight, but he doesn't have his toughness on display every single round because he's taking your best shots over and over. You get what I'm saying? And that's what Matias do. You see how he looked against Ponce. Like, he allowed that dude to get off on him in that first round. Just imagine if that was Regis clipping him. Like, I don't know if he might not even made it out the first round. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, but all these fights are potentially somewhat on the table now that he's on at 140. And like I said, I don't think he's really going to retire, but he did make sure he took it out of time out of his day and posted it on his Instagram as well. So I don't know what that's about, but as long as he's active, I feel like all these fights are on the table and he got a title. So again, he's in position to give us more big fights, more meaningful fights, which is good. Got the best payday with Teofimo, 13K plus. Man, salute to Dolfo, man. Salute to you, bro. Those two judges' scores, 115, 113, are insane. It was drunk during the fight. If Lopez lose round 12, that would have been a draw. Yeah, they tripped out, King Kongs. They tripped out with that. They tripped out. 117, 111 was more fitting to me. That was a lot more accurate as to what took place in that ring. Because like I said, to me, in my view, from round 7 on, you know what I mean? It was Tio's fight. From round 7 on, I feel like the first 6 was competitive. Like that's the only main part I got right. The first 6 rounds being competitive. Like after that, Tio just got in his bag and stayed in it. You know what I'm saying? He got in his bag and stayed in it. And he put together consistent rounds in the bank, winning, round after round after round, man. So again, man, I had him all wrong. He went out there and handled business, y'all. He really did. At points in the fight, Lopez got so confident he's doing no shimmy shake. Yeah, he was in his bag, bro. He was in his bag and he was comfortable. He was at home. Like, again, yo, in a weird way, not in a weird way. I'm actually happy for the young man, yo. Like he needed that win. All that stuff he been going through, he needed that win. And like I said, he needed to win more than Josh Taylor, and he fought like it. You get what I'm saying? That's one thing that I believe got him to fight too, the attitude and the temperament. He fought like a guy that needed to win. You You get what I'm saying? Josh Taylor felt like a guy that's still, you know what I mean, just complacent, man. And again, a lot of the situations that he was in is because of what Teo was doing. But even when Teo wasn't doing stuff, you get what I'm saying? Josh Taylor wasn't impressive. You get what I'm saying? Like that, he just didn't impress me at all last night. He was loading up too much. And credit to Teofimo again. They asked him what do Josh Taylor got. He said left hand. He said, but that's easy. He said, because I could see it. He's like, I could see it. It's, you know what I mean? He loads up with it. I could see it. Like, and he got in a fight. And even though he did get hit clean with some left hands, but he was making him miss a lot. That was very surprising to see. I didn't expect him to make Josh Taylor miss that much. He made me miss a lot, yo. His timing, his accuracy, his punch placement, his punch variation, everything was off. It was at moments in the fight where Teo reduced Josh Taylor to a one-hand fighter. He wasn't using both hands. I was like, yo, you're not going to beat him like this. Teo using both hands. Like, I don't know if people understand how much of a difference that makes. Just think about that. You give yourself that much more of a chance if you're punching with both hands. Josh Taylor was reduced to just swinging with big punches. You get what I'm saying? He got beat up. He got beat up. Teo showed a lot of IQ. And for a guy that I question his mental and for him to display that much IQ and a strong mental, got to give it to him, man. Got to give it to him. I love to see where he goes from here after a nice little break or whatever. I like to see what he do from here. I mean, Taylor looked extremely one-dimensional last night. Facts, Zoom. Facts, bro. We won the first 3 rounds and Lopez won the rest. That's why I said. I say, and for me, I feel like Taylor won 3 out of the first 6. However you want to give it to him, I feel like he won at least 3 out of the first 6, possibly. But truly after that, it was no more. And even in some of those rounds, there was swing rounds. You get what I'm saying? He had a swing round or 2, so he got dominated in my opinion, bro. He got beat like 9-3, 10-2 at worst. 9-3, like he got beat up, and he did look very one-dimensional. Teo got Taylor head just like, man, hey, bro, yeah, down data. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to keep saying the same stuff, but I just want to. I hold myself accountable for what I thought, bro. And the fact that the guy that I thought was out of character and just not in a good state, for him to get in there and get the other guy out of character, the usually mentally tough, locked-in guy, is dope to me, man. Like, he disarmed Josh Taylor last night, bro. He reduced him to a one-hand fighter. He won me over with this performance, bro. This is how you go out there and take it from somebody, and he did that. You know how they say that to beat a champ, you got to beat him? He did that. He went out there and took that. Man, Josh Taylor knew he lost that fight. He knew before the fight was over he lost. That's what that was very impressive, man. Teo, man, you did something, bro. You see what you got to add to the sport? You could. I don't advise you now. Just imagine. I wonder. Just imagine, could he potentially get even better if he get these issues outside in his personal life resolved? Could he possibly be even better? I don't know, man. One could argue, bro. Shouldn't be ringside. Right. I feel you, King Ali. I think so too, bro. I think so too. Zach B, what's good with it, fam? Facts, King Ali. You don't agree with what Tia said, but I do understand what you have to get things off your chest so you can focus. He claimed the storm in his head and beat Josh ass, man. He did, bro. He did. Salute to my bro, Zach B. Just very impressed with the way he handled that business after Taylor dropped Teo and couldn't get him out of there. It was downhill from there. Yeah, man. It's just what judges should be tested too. I don't know if they something. Right. Johnny Q, I definitely had it 9-3. And I would even lean towards 10-2 before I would say 8-4, because that's how convincing that fight was looking for me. Yeah. The things he say, like, and again, I wasn't crucifying him for the things he said, but I was just holding him accountable. And I was thinking that maybe too much of your focus is somewhere else and not on the fight. He showed Just Do and so many others that, bro, even though I got all this chaos going on in my life, I'm going out here to win this fight. His focus, his eyes, he had great eyes last night. Like, yo, he was locked in, bro. Locked in, like I said this, and I hope people truly understand and was listening. I said some things you like to be wrong about. And if I end up being wrong about this guy's mental, I'm going to be glad for him. And I was. Some shit you just like to be wrong about. That's why I urge people to listen. If you watch my video, watch it all the way through. This wasn't about me like trying to shit on Teofimo. I don't like people have a very low understanding of content sometimes and the purpose behind it. You got to understand the content creator that makes the content. I don't hate on fighters. I can only call what I feel like I see. I can be wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm going to be wrong, bro, but I don't get them wrong too often. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't get them wrong too often, especially not big fights. Maybe some of the people that's so good got robbed last night against Jaime. You know what? To be real, I got to go back on my DAZN and try to catch the replay, bro, because I didn't catch it. I was live for the Teo fight, so I wasn't able. But from what I'm hearing it kind of, some people feel like they took it from Sergiy. They feel like he should have won. But just from everything that I'm hearing, the only thing that probably hurt Sergiy the most was getting dropped with the body shot in the 12th round. I think the knockdown to the body in the 12th might have just won it over for Jaime. You know what I mean? I didn't see none of the action, but just from assessing everything, I could say that's the only argument that he probably had that he won. He got a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go back and look at that, though. So I was swinging like ashtray. Don't be a miss. Wasn't he? Wasn't he Miami kid? He looked bad, yo. Like, let's be real. Like, aside from how good Teo looking, this is not taken from him. Josh Taylor was not in his bag. He looked off bad. Swinging big, missing big, getting popped. When you got hit with that lunging punch, that Superman punch, whatever you want to call that, when he got hit with that, I knew he was in real trouble. Like, I was like, there's no way you're supposed to be getting hit with that punch. The fact that Teo hit you with that, I was like, yeah, he in his bag. He beating you up, and he hurting you. It looked like if Teo really would have pressed the issue, he would have stopped you. That's crazy. I've never seen that. Man, he looked like he was about to stop Josh Taylor. Now he kind of volunteered to do retirement talk, but again, it could be heat of the moment. But I will say that he did double down and make a post about it, retiring. They Derevyanchenko to win regardless of the knockdown. I feel you, Santiago. I didn't see it, so I could definitely trust you because I was hearing it, and from what I heard, people still felt like Derevyanchenko won, even though he got knocked down. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't like putting fighters down, but he's back alley. Yo, it's you know what it is, Zach? He's just an offensive powerhouse, and he's just so defensively irresponsible and susceptible to taking shots because he relies so heavily. His offense is his defense. That's his biggest problem. The same thing that makes him dangerous, and that done helped him pad and Potter's record up with 33 knockouts. What 42-0, 33 knockouts. The same thing that makes him dangerous and made him successful is the same thing that's going to be the reason he lose, if that makes sense. Like that, you almost ran into somebody that didn't work against. And again, they probably gave you a gift that you probably didn't earn, but I'm not surprised, man. That's just how they do it. Think about it. Who they gonna push more? 37-year-old Derevyanchenko. What is he? 37, 38? I don't know. He old, but who do you think they're gonna push, him or the 26-year-old with over 40 fights? You get what I'm saying? So, especially in a close fight, they're not going to give it to him, unfortunately. So he just got off the plane. Yo, facts, Johnny Q, he fought like Trish. Ricky Williams, my bro, what's good with it, Rick? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through here, man. Teo went out there and he's proved me and a lot of people wrong. But again, some things you can be happy to see, and I'm happy to see that a young dude is more locked in than I thought he was, and that's cool with me. That's cool. Using the shimmy shake. Yeah, he was playing, man. He was doing a lot. He did some little Roy Jones tactic that he said that I peeped that he did. You know what I mean? He kept Munguia from Maul, me too. So all that Maul, he had beat Maul and knocked Maul out. Stuff better stop after last night. Munguia should retire. 42-0, right? Yeah, Maul will throttle Munguia, man. I think so too. First step up. right? Speaking on the Teal fight, it was not a blowout. I had a 7-5 with Teal. And I was talking about the inconsistent performance of these fighters at 140. Drew Rick, man, he was a wild card last night. He was in his bag last night, though. But he had some inconsistencies, and so has Josh Taylor. Hey, Rick, what you thinking, man? I'm thinking it might be time to ask and speculate if you know, Josh Taylor is he elite still? Like, is he at the elite level? Because his last 2 fights, he looked very subpar and got beat up by both guys. And credit to both Jack Catterall and Teofimo, but man, the dude looked like some stir fry last night. Swinging big, missing big. I was like, yo, his accuracy sucked like bad. His punch placement off, everything off. Teo's dialed in on his ass, man. But we got to see what that next performance like, man. He did great last night, man. Munguia was gonna get the dub no matter what, but he definitely needed a fight like this for experience. Yeah, he did. He needed it. He definitely needed it. His faces, his defense, nothing special with that kid. Just the offense, King Kong. Just the offense, bro. Just that offense to me. It's a thing when he got it working, man. He dangerous with that offense, man. But again, you punch in between them punches, punch with that dude, time him and things like that. You can beat him to the punch and do some things. And that's what Derevyanchenko was doing last night. It's going to be Ramirez versus Lopez first, and Lopez versus Matias. It could be, bro. It's possible. It just all depends on what Teo. You just never know what he's going to do next, yo, right? Because he's just unpredictable at this point. I think we're being fair. He's just a bit unpredictable, if we're being real. All these dudes can beat each other on their weight right now, in my opinion. I can see why you could say that, bro. I can see why you could say that. Just the inconsistencies and performances, Rick. You know what I'm saying? One day dudes are shining like a diamond, and the next day they looking like some stir fry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I could level with that. I feel you. What's next for Taylor? For 147, respectfully. I think leave 140 alone. Leave 140 alone. You accomplished everything you needed to accomplish. Like getting your belts took was your final sign that you no longer need to be at 140, respectfully. You're already a big dude. I'm not even about to get into if anything could have affected your performance because I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You said the layoff wasn't your issue. You just lost to the better man pretty much, and I'm going to leave it like that. Teo is the better man. He looked shaky against Sandor Martin. Came back. You know, he handled business. He made a statement, I believe. This was a strong performance from him. This is something that he definitely can build off. Just to go a bit deeper, one could argue, like, you know, if he can get some of these personal issues situated and squared away, that he could potentially be even more focused. Who knows, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking optimistically for the young kid, right? 25 years old. He was able to shine in a fight this magnitude with that much stacked up on his plate, or, you know, piled up on his plate, or, you know, all that weight on his back, his shoulders, still win this fight. Put some of them things to bed, man. You probably got you real good fighter, man. And that's just what it is. So we're going to see. I enjoy giving dudes their credit where it's due. Get what I'm saying? So, and that's what it's going to be for me with him. I mean, just give him his credit. I ain't going to overstate it. You know what I mean? But he did very well, man. And he nullified, neutralized a lot of things that Josh Taylor liked to do. The inside work wasn't there for Josh Taylor last night. I just didn't see it. He just wasn't switched on. He wasn't in his bag. He looked off. And maybe a lot of that was what Teo was doing. I think the athleticism and the speed that Teofimo was causing some issues, right? I think you mix that in, just being logical, being realistic. You mix that in with a guy that been out 16, 17 months. You're going to have some issues, bro. You're going to have some issues. And you had plenty of them. Teo had an answer for everything you had going on, and you not so much on the other end. And then Jag came straight right. Yeah, man, I heard that fight was crazy good. Ryan Garcia's moving up. It might be good. Yeah, Ryan Garcia going to 140. He already said that. Yeah, Taylor was supposed to be at 147 about 2 years. That's a fact, undoubted. I mean, I would agree with that point. I'm going to say that, right? I agree with that. I think so, too. Broner versus Garcia, who you got? De Lewis said Broner is the next fight for Garcia. Oh, Ryan Garcia? I mean, look, I think yeah, man, and that'd be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy, Rick, because you know AB got a chin, but I don't know what the punch resistance is like nowadays. I just don't feel like you go from Bill Hutchison to one of these. I think you need a couple more of those type fights, those type level fights, just to get your boxing legs back under you, so to speak, and then from there you do whatever you want, or at least get one more fight before you think of doing any of that stuff. Don't be foolish, man. Like, be smart. And Dad won't eat when you get to 140. Yo, listen, man, I'm just never against the fact that the man can be successful. A guy that gives himself the best chance to win simply because he's gonna be in the best shape possible. He's gonna put the work in, right? I'm never gonna be against a guy with that mentality of a Devin Haney, right? So I'm never gonna be against the fact that he could perform at whatever weight class he go at. I just feel like, you know, at 40, the tougher fights are there for him, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a couple guys, a few guys at most, at maybe 35 that can truly threaten what he got going on. It's not that many. You know what I mean? It's probably not even a complete handful of guys, but you know what I mean? With that being said, I think 140, you know, the scale tip a little bit. You know what I mean? It level out a little bit more. Those dudes gonna be tougher to beat. But it's not to say that he can't beat these guys, right? You know what I'm saying? And again, 24 years old, you still got a lot to give to this game and a lot you can learn. So, you know what I mean? I just always give him his credit. I tip my hat to him for the work ethic, man. That he's not a kid that you gotta look for. You know where he's gonna be at. You know he's gonna be in the gym. That would fight at 147, test the waters, because to me he's food. He's absolutely food. Miami kid. He's gonna have to start with those run-of-the-mill guys, bro. T was gonna make history. King Ali, he could. Devin got great feet. I don't think he can handle those shots up there, though. Dude got great feet. And somebody said something, his feet was bad or something, foot placement. I was like, y'all tripping, man. Dev got some educated feet, bro. Got some very educated feet. Teofimo exposure, I tell her IQ and boxing ability. He did something, G-Royal. He was on his ass and in his bag, bro. I think he stayed at 140 because Crawford left top rank. Possibly. Fate was good with it, my bro. How you feeling? Yes, man. Teofimo shined bright like a diamond last night. Needs a couple more tune-ups. Absolutely, he do, King Ali, before you think about getting in there with those dudes. But I say even at the very least, at least one more of those type of fights before you even think about that, just for me. But 2 would be the ideal number if I had it my way for him. He might be a free agent and not signed with a promoter. You think it's a smart plan for him? I mean, it could be. It could be, but at the end of the day, I think having some representation behind you was never a bad thing. Maybe he just can maneuver around with having an advisor. Who knows? Who knows? Or who knows, man? We're gonna see what's up with Teo, though. Yeah, he's saying that, so who knows if he's gonna be on top rank, right? Yeah, Teo, look, man, he showed me something. I was impressed last night. I ain't gonna lie. He chance but loses to people like Cam, right? Lewis, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, I mean, look, he's a wild card, and you just never know. You just never know. You just never know. Never know. But salute to everybody that really went out there and got them some money last night. Won them some money off TL. Salute to y'all. Buckle up, boxing talk. What's good with it? And salute to the Lopez's, man. They went out there as a unit and they got it done, and they stood on business. They did what they said they was going to do. They said they was going out there and box the hell out of this dude, and that's what I seen last night. I seen them going out there boxing and pressing when they needed to, and it was impressive to see. It was impressive, and I got to tip my hat. Them dudes really, Teo really went out there with a plan. And he executed to the best of his ability. Lopez showed up. Feel like he didn't fix at his last fight with Sandor Martin. I really feel like he was switched on last night, but it's never nothing perfect, right? Could always tighten up on some things, but I think, like I said, for the most part, bro, he did a lot of things in there well. He'd always tighten up. Like, I don't like that bluffing and stuff he be doing, like the unnecessary footwork stuff. Because I feel like against high IQ fighters, I feel like that could be problematic. Come back to bite him in the ass, man. And he got a tendency to drop his hands a lot. But again, he's fast enough. He's fast enough to get out of trouble with that. Like his athleticism be getting him out of trouble. Detroit, BC, what's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Those times with Till could have got countered. Yeah. He was getting a little comfortable, too comfortable. But then I think by that point, he already broke Josh Taylor's confidence to a point where he wasn't even. That's why I say even when Tio wasn't doing, Josh Taylor was looking bad. You get what I'm saying? We all knew how he looked when Tio was in his bag, but even when he was not doing much, Josh Taylor still couldn't get off the right way. You know what I'm saying? Tio was slipping a lot of his punches, making him miss, smiling, like laughing at him, looking behind. Like he was doing a lot, bro. He came in there with a plan and they executed. And I don't have no reason to take no credit from the man. He proved me wrong. I'm just going to be the one to admit it. I like the performance, man. He went out there and he showed me something. And this is a fight that you build off from here. You can build off it. His taxes, I thought he was going to get Tio. Yeah. You start seeing it. I was like, he's starting to do some of that stuff, man. Tio ain't going to like this. But nope, he had an answer, man. You're asking for the Ring Magazine about the fight. Was he entitled to it? Yeah, I think he was, King Ali. I think both of those belts was on the line. Taylor was just too slow. His punch placement was off. His timing was off. Yeah, it was entertaining, bro. Salute to you, Detroit, BC. Lopez doing a lot of Roy Jones, man. He was in the ring. Yeah, he was. He was doing the little, not a lot. I ain't going to say a lot. Not a lot. I ain't going to say he did a lot. He did a move or two. You know what I mean? He did a move or two, but nothing real Roy Jones. Like, that was just him kind of showboating for the most part with that. Or right, guys like Josh Taylor, guy like Lopez kind of expose him. You know what, though? I don't know. I let people have that word exposed. I don't really want to say Josh Taylor was exposed. I just think he was outclassed last night. He's outclassed. Again, it's hard for me to call Josh Taylor overhyped when I kind of seen. He had to grow on me too. Don't get me wrong. He had to grow on me. At first, I initially just didn't think he was that good. But he started beating some guys, and I started paying attention to him, and I really started seeing what he doing there. And I just thought, from what he showed me in the past, he was going to be too much for Tio. And Tio showed me otherwise, bro. He showed me otherwise. He was too quick. He was very quick, bro. Tio probably Earl's line on the side of the ass whooping fight. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, after the from the seventh on, it was like, man, one-way traffic, it looked like. Teofimo, he was drinking his personal life. Nothing around 3. For real. Nothing after 3. At the round 3, yeah. And he do. That's what he was doing before the Catterall fight. That last fight he won before he fought Jack Catterall, told you complacency settled in. And it's a hard thing to bounce back from. And that's why I think Josh Taylor is dealing with right now. Either that or his decline. He's just on a decline. And that just came sudden out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But the dude had a mean run. He had a mean run, y'all, to get the undisputed, yo. And he ain't ducked nobody on the way there. He fought quality guy after quality guy, bro. Think like 6 undefeated guys in a row, 4 of them got guys with champion or something like that. The dude ain't overrated. It's just in his last couple fights, he ain't looked that good. You get what I'm saying? So could be that, he could be on a decline. Could be some slippage there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're going to see, though. We're going to see how he look from here. We're going to see if he take the 147 where he belong. You know what I'm saying? See it back up his talk. Not going to lie. Has some more IQ and that showboating probably could have stopped Taylor. Yeah, I even think even with the showboating, bro, think he had enough IQ. I just don't think he truly pressed it. You get what I'm saying? It's like in moments, it did seem like he was playing with his food just a bit. You know what I'm saying? But it do look like he could have pressed the issue a little bit. It looked like Josh Taylor was ready to go at a couple points in the fight. Looked like he was ready to go. But man, it was a good night of boxing, man. It was a good night of boxing. Late start was good with it, family. How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. And like I said, y'all, from what I heard about the Munguia fight, it was a damn good fight. People feel like the top guys would dust them off. They feel like the old Derevyanchenko gave him way too much work and almost stopped him, even though he got, he dropped Sergiy with a body shot in the 12th. These people still feel like he should have lost. So I knew he wasn't going. I knew he was not going. They was going to give him. There was no way they wasn't going to give him a close decision, bro. Jaime Munguia. It was no way. So that's pretty much all he had to do was make the fight be close, in my opinion, and he would have won. And I always felt like it wasn't going to be no knockout. Thought the fight was going to be hella competitive, like as from what I'm hearing it was. And I felt like the volume of Munguia was going to be able to get him out of trouble enough to win. And he did. You know what I'm saying? He did. He got it all. He did his damn thing. So he pulled it off late, as they say. And again, from just hearing it, the only thing that I think probably can make an argument to tipping the fight in his favor is the obvious knockdown in the last round, right? No people were prisoners at the moment, and that to be one of the lasting impressions is critical, I think, in a fight that's close like that or that competitive. So I'm gonna go back and try to watch the whole fight myself. But from what I'm hearing, that's what it seemed like, what kind of fight it was. Yeah, just for everyone. Yeah, he was chipping. He was pissed. I seen some of the highlights though. He damn sure was landing some joints on that man, bro. Yeah, nah, hell yeah, facts, right, Zoom. Nah, they had crazy ass stretch, yo. He had a wild stretch. Taylor did, and he beat some guys, man. He ran through that tournament. You know what I mean? Ended up beating Regis and a barn burner. Like, he was one of them dudes, man. But right now, just like he could be slowing down. Who knows? Because that's the second fight in a row where he just looked subpar. Like, despite how good Teo was, right? Teo was doing his thing, but Josh Taylor just looked bad to me. He had a couple moments in the fight. Like, I think that dude landed like 60 punches last night, yeah. That's crazy, bro. In 12 rounds, 60 punches for a guy that was undisputed. Like, bro, 60 shots, bro. Like, damn, Teo was on your ass like that. Yeah. Maul was in his bag. I thought so against Derevyanchenko. I just watched that fight recently too. Josh was fighting like he got some movie. I'm telling you, wasn't he? He was fighting like, yo, like he ain't belong in there for a second. I'm telling you, bro. His will got broken. And I was surprised at the I don't know. To me, this is like the hardest Teo was punching since he been at 140. Man, he took a lot of clean shots too, though, man. Like those shots that he did get hit with were clean, and they were right on the face, chin, and he took them well, man. But he hurt Josh Taylor a couple times, I thought, in that fight, and he was breaking them down toward the end. It looked like Josh Taylor was ready to give it up, but he just hung on. Johnny Beck wants Munguia. That'd be a fun fight to watch. But I'll just lean towards Johnny Beck because, the fundamentals and being technically sound like that, more of a boxer, strategical. I think he'll be able to do some damage to Munguia. It'd be a fun fight to watch for sure. Begging to get stopped. I'm telling you, man, like the way Taylor started getting punched on toward the end, I was like, bro, are you ready to go? Like, I'm looking like bro ass almost like he ready to go. He like with the right pressure, man. He could be ready to pack it in. And Josh said, nah, I would have stopped Roger Boxer. Yeah, nah, that would have pissed me off, bro. I'm glad the right person got the victory. Yeah, that would have been wild. Johnny Beck would counter Munguia a lot. I think so too, Fate, with sharp counters too, Fate, with great punch placement. And I think he'll beat him. Standing at 68. I think he is. He's supposed to be because he said he hope he get Charlo and Benavidez and these other fights. I mean, so we gonna see. just don't want to give any excuses, but you think the 14 months later played a factor? Sometimes he couldn't get going. I listen, just to be realistic, just how he looked, and I'll say this, right? Either that layoff affected his timing and things like that. Either that or he's slipping. Either or. Artio is just that much better than him. He could take either pick, but it's got to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? That layoff had to have some type of effect. He downplayed it, which I respect, but it had to. It had to. You just look like you couldn't get going, couldn't get your offense on track. Your timing never was a real factor. You was swinging real big, loading up. You was getting desperate. Then it's like at points of like you was mentally giving up. Like, yeah, Shushu did his thing. Yeah, 14 months gotta have some type of effect. And I ain't trying to say that's the reason you lost. You lost because you just lost to the better man. He had a better game plan and he executed it. He wanted it more than you too. Let's talk about that. Like, he fought like he wanted it more than you. He fought like he wanted it more. Bronze is nice. I don't know why he not spoken on. Dude, yeah, he had. Did he knock his guy out? You tell, just kept loading up, trying to knock him out. Yeah, it was terrible. Teach, they got me. He said Munguia is the guy. Teach, stupid. Man, Munguia is the guy. That boy Munguia on one after last night. But yeah, that loading up was pissing me off, and I gotta give Teo credit for that. He said that left hand is really his weapon, but you say he could see it coming. He said he loads up with it, something like that, and he could see it coming slow or something. He said, and he showed it in a lot of points. And then even when the left hand was landing, it didn't have the effect. He just wasn't able to put his punches together last night to me. I mean, Teo has some good upper body movement, man. He was getting out of range well at points. Like, he did a lot of things well in there that I didn't expect. LeBron versus LeBron question is what LeBron you talking about, right? Remember that? Remember did they have that? LeBron versus LeBron? Thought they had that one time. To be real, Miguel took got a gift. See, that's what I was hearing too, Teach. And again, that just goes to show you that you got to kind of beat him up, and you definitely don't want it being a close decision because they might not give it to you. Right, make it to you look amazing in the ring. Yeah, Teo looked like he was back. He was just back in his bag, bro. Back in his bag and focus, man. Great performance from Teofimo Lopez, bro. Again, he's a defensive coach. I've been saying his defense is non-existent. Yeah, his defense is his offense. Teach. His ass don't get us there. His ass don't he don't worry too much about no defense. He just too cool with getting punched. Like, that's the problem with him. Like, he gotta see that as a problem, getting punched that often. Like, that has to be a problem. That you got holes in your defense that way. It's crazy. LeBron's, ain't they both good? Henry LeBron. Oh yeah, okay, it was Henry LeBron. Yeah, he good, ain't both of the LeBrons pretty decent? I can't tell. Yeah, Henry LeBron. I got you. I already know how that autocorrect be wilding. But yeah, that was a good fight, man. It was disappointing to see that Robson Conceição fight get stopped like that. Dude was trying to find a way out, in my opinion. I don't think he wanted to fight. I think Conceição was coming out like a man possessed. He was throwing heat. I definitely wanted to see that fight continue, man. That was disappointing because we didn't get to see that fight that much, and we just then we didn't get to see Jermaine Ortiz fight. You know what I'm saying? Omar Rosario had a fight. It was a pretty decent fight. He won a decision. He just ain't got much pop, it looked like. You know, Xander Zayas came out there and listen, man, Xander Zayas did his thing. He dominated. He won every round, right? But I already know what the criticism is going to be, that, you know, once you survive that initial burst from Xander's eyes, like they were saying, like that initial like onslaught where he kind of tried to pour it on. He had that moment in his fights where he tried to pour it on. And it's like after that, he don't get you out of there. Then he fall into the same pattern of throwing the same combinations over and over again and not switching it up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the only thing that's missing from his performances. I think maybe just work on variation and placement, things like that. Changing the speed up. That's a big issue. You don't change the time and the speed up on the cadence on the punches. You know what I'm saying? They always kind of throw them the same. It's crazy. It's that my LeBron whoop you, LeBron. You go back on my word now. I've been telling everyone how great Munguia is. Gotta ride with it, right? Teach gotta ride with it. I still need to see Teal gets a better, younger fighter until the time is over. It kind of do look like his time is you know what I mean, fading out. Either that or he need to go to 147. Can say Seattle's throwing hard. Yeah, wasn't he? Was throwing fire, wasn't he? Bro was tripping. He's better than LeBron's. Yeah, man, we need to see that. Joe Cordina, Foster, Xander, or Jesus Ramos, man, I don't know, Dundada, man. Jesus Ramos punched so damn hard, yo. That'd be a great fight, but Ramos, boy, yeah, it'd be a firefight, but Ramos gonna make you fight, and he hit harder than Zayas to me. Just 140 when Taylor fought him with one hand. Yeah, throwing one punch at a time. I just was unimpressed with Josh Taylor's approach, and I don't know what was his problem, but it was bad. Start with the mediocre opponents. And I think, wasn't that supposed to be a step up, Ronald Cruz? Xander's still a puppy. Yeah, 20 years old, very young. Yeah, that's, you know, fight good competition. Yeah, that's true. Xander, that's his own that, but yeah, that's his biggest critique, y'all. He just changed the cadence up on the punches, man, and the speed, punch variation, punch placement, things like that. All like like that just was getting on my nerves yesterday. But other than that, man, he pitched a shutout. On to the next. He keeps learning. He got a little bit better in some areas, little subtle improvements. So he can continue to improve. That's all he can do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kello was good with it, bro. I never even thought about that too. Kello, good point. Regis took a lot from Taylor. Man, that's a good point. Teal talk all that. Mikhail Taylor just to say, nah, we're gonna box him. We convinced us all to sell tickets. And I'm telling you, in facts, it'd be. The top range drop Berlinga. They were saying that laced out. They were saying that the reason that they parted ways was because Berlinga wanted to move at a pace that they didn't feel he needed to be moved at. So it sounded like he still wanted to be on this quote unquote fast track or whatever, and they wanted to kind of pump the brakes a little bit. And I think they butted heads there, from what I heard. For 2-fight losing streak, is it? I think dude just never been knocked out or something like that, right? I think he tough as hell. Xander did drop him in that first round, but he wasn't able to do it again after that. I'm gonna review this. Reviews on FaceTime. Yeah, man, that'll be fun, G Royal. Because that'll mean that Munguia mean business. I'll take that fight. I'll watch it. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, because that'll be a real test for him. Yeah, they did. Cecil, what's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? Nah, man, that's a lie. They booted him because he a munch. ESPN was already contemplating it since that fight. I felt like it was very convenient, the timing of it, after which he bit dude and stuff like that. And people were saying it right then and there, they're going to drop him. And you bit a guy in a fight that you won, but the performance was lackluster. And maybe they put out that statement to kind of save face and make you look bad. But it was a statement I believe they released. That's what they were saying. He, he wanted to move at a pace that they didn't feel like he was, ready for or something like that. And I mean, they parted ways. It's been 6 months. Yeah, you already know it. You already know Zoom, man. And the bite, it was like, yeah, this dude. So I'm gonna say it was costing the money. It's possible too, laced out. You know what I'm saying? They just probably ain't try to say something where to kind of give him a bad rep or a bad look. You know what I mean? Maybe. You already know they was ready. They was leaning toward it. I agree, because you gotta think, Zoom, people was calling as soon as he did it. Like the fight wasn't over. Like people was saying, like, he Top Rank gonna end up getting rid of him. And lo and behold, you know what I mean? Right on point. They put out a cool little statement, and he parted ways. Embarrassment. Yeah, I think in respect to him, man, like he came out the gate hot. The 16 first round knockouts, right? But I think he got too much. They gave him too much too fast, respectfully. That's what it looked like. That's what it felt like. That's what it seemed like. They gave him a little bit too much too fast. And you gotta think he even though you were knocking people out and winning, but you gotta think you ain't really beat nobody of any substance, of any note, really, right? And then you gotta think some of the fights after the knockouts, you ain't had one since, and you struggled, getting knocked down, nose busted, getting took the distance, looking, vulnerable in these fights. But you out here living like a seasoned vet, big chained up, all types of jewelry. You got the damn hip hop crowd, the Fat Joe Terror Squad, like all that stuff. I felt like, not saying you didn't deserve it, I want to say that, but you got a lot of that stuff very fast without really having to put in, that actual work. Not saying you ain't put in no work, but he got a lot given to him fast. And I think it made him a bit complacent. It kind of kills your hunger. You get what I'm saying? Living that lifestyle. Because from the knockouts, I haven't seen really any improvement from dude. I haven't seen it. Pac-Man, tell you what's good, bro. Blessings to you, Brody. How you feeling, man? Appreciate you stopping through. You say it much. And it's sad people be listening to that song, seeing the interview. He was more worried about his float. Today on the parade, that's crazy. So Shakur sent Devil a bottle to sign a contract. Salute to Pac-Man ATL Tay. I didn't get to watch it, but I seen it. I had seen the notification. I think I was pooped last night, but I seen it. I didn't get to watch it. He said Shakur sent Dev a bottle to sign a contract. Man, they gonna call him up. I don't know what he gonna be for that. He might be another clout chaser or something. Publicity stunt, Dante Hall. They might call him that. They be treating that young man like he don't really want that smoke, but I think he do. Dumb brothers, you find. Yeah, this song is annoying. It's annoying to see dudes pumping their chest to it and singing it. That's more annoying. It's like, yo, people gotta chill. I don't see. I gotta save something for the ladies. Yeah, I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, man. But that's how they gonna do it, man. They gonna call them all types of clout chasers and stuff. I just think we use the wrong words. Since when is it in boxing a bad thing for a fighter to call another guy out? I just don't get it. Like, what are you supposed to do? Beg him? What do you say? Hey, sir, please, can you please fight? Like, what you supposed to say? Like, no, man, it's just a hurt business, right? It's like, we can't be surprised when somebody asks for some smoke, especially a guy that's been about that. You know what I mean? It's another way to call somebody sent right that munch song. Yeah, I don't like that. I can't get with that. Dudes pumping their chest and dancing to it. Salute to him. Good win for the young king. Let's see what he do from here. In that case, he really got the button Bob. Right. Yeah, right. We do. You right. Because the way he be handling that situation is just, from what I be understanding, it's not he not moving in a way that would actually secure that fight, and that's frustrating because you see, it seemed like we got a guy that really want to smoke. He talked like he want to make the fight, but then it's like, you know what I mean? I just read again, he said that's the fight that he want to offer. You know what I'm saying? But You know what I mean? Offering them is one thing. Like, they're going to get it. Tim Zubas, Carlos, Campo coming up this week. Right, man. Right. That should be an entertaining fight to watch, bro. Should be an entertaining fight. There's entertainment, and they have to sell the fight. Vision dream. Yeah, they do. Right. Feel like he turned that 4-fight option down that they requested to fight Shakur. So, man, that's weak, man. And that's weak as hell too, man, because that just dampens. Like, if he requests to fight him and you turning it down, bro, come on, what are you doing, Bob? Bob off from the court fight today. Yeah, shit is confusing. It's very confusing. Tell expected Teal from Martin fight, and he said he wasn't going to expect that, but it seemed like he did. I realized we actually come to box. Facts. It seemed like he was caught off guard by the approach and the tactics of Teofimo, the confidence and all that. You're offering 3 options, but already denied one. You get what I'm saying? So it's really like you're not offering 3 options if you already denying one. Then you making a fighter look, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. Bob Arum, man, he really gonna do it, bro. He about to do it, man. Down for that fight, but I don't be hanging with you. Got to take off. Yeah, oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, man, that's that's the unfortunate part of, but yeah, man, we had a great night of boxing yesterday. Yeah, those women put on too. What was her name? Sugar Neeks and forget the other female's name. Dang, but they fought hard, man. They fought their asses off. Them ladies fought their asses off. Threadhill was good. What did he say? But weak as fuck. Yeah. Saw Campos' tweet. So petty, nah, I ain't catch it. Campos' out here tweet talking crazy. Your ass won't beat Teofimo in a rematch, that's for sure. I'll tell you that. You got it off the first time. You won't get him in no rematch. Think he'd beat the hell out of him. Barbie Juarez. Ellie Scottney. There you go. Appreciate you, L-Dub. She fought. That was a fun fight to watch. Those ladies, they put it on. They put on seemed like the smaller chick, Ellie Scottney, was she was game, man. And she fought the right fight. She fought the perfect fight, in my opinion. Seemed like she just kept beating the chick, what's her last name? Johnson. Kept beating Sugar Neeks to the punch, man. And I was like, man, she just fought a good, consistent fight all the way throughout. She earned that, took that title. So they need to put him in there with some top 10 guys, all right? Oh, Shushu. Yeah, Shushu had another good performance, man. Another good performance by Shushu. He be doing his thing, man. I like him. I like Shushu, man. It's, in his best performance, but he ain't like he looked bad or nothing like that, right? He's still learning, still getting better. That's all you could do. Get that experience under you, man. Put them rounds in the bank. You know what I mean? And he did his thing. I like Shushu, though, man. Then he's going to be one of those guys. I like the temperament, his attitude, man. He sound like a smart dude, too, when you listen to him talk. I like he got his head on straight. And he focused, man. He had a good, solid win yesterday. Omar Rosario had a good win. That's slick stuff, though. Who that, Tay? Who did a lot of slick stuff? You talking about Shushu. Yeah, man. If you talking about Shushu, yeah, man. He think he a little bit, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but he's a wise kid, man. He's a wise kid. Some of the things that he do in there, you can tell he's smart. You can tell he be in the gym, is what I'm saying. You can tell you're right, Tay. You can tell he be in the lab, is what I'm saying. When you see Shushu fight, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell he's a guy that you can see him thinking in there, but not overthinking, right? You can see him putting together and trying to execute things that he's working on in training camp. And that's what I be looking for in these prospects. Sometimes I think people be expecting too much. I think it's realistic to, just look for subtleties and subtle improvements from fight to fight. And I think that's realistic. You get what I'm saying? And you're able to see that dude just get better. And I like what I see from Shushu. I like his temperament. Like I said, I was at his fight before this one. And man, did he go out there and take that dude, Brandon Chambers, that 9-0 dude, he took him apart, man. He took him apart. He came out there on business. He was on a demon time, as they call it, man. He went out there to hurt that dude. He went out there to put a hurting on him. I got you, Fate. I got you, man, bro. I've always loved Taylor. Hell of a fighter, but Teal has got to win. It's well deserves. I'm happy for him. Maybe now he can be a man, except that styles make fights, and I could well deservedly beat him with no excuses, too. Congrats, Teal. It's good to see you back with another belt. They put the eyes. CAMPOS is funny, bro. CAMPOS is funny. CAMPOS is funny, man. You won't beat T.O. again. I know that you think that's an opportunity at a title, but you better leave that man alone. He used to train in my gym. He was supposed to do that to Brandon Chambers. Yeah, man. He knew that would happen. Man, he styled on him, didn't he? Man, he got there. I was like, bro, he got his bag immediately, bro. I said, shoot. Okay, shoot. Okay, shoot. Still got to live with Cam beating him. Yeah, he got to just deal with it. That's what Cam's saying, bro. Cam like, hey, man, now you just got to accept styles, make fights. I mean, look, he executed, like, his style worked perfectly for what he wanted to do against Taylor. Taylor just, I don't know what's his problem, but that's the second fight in a row where he looked very flat and just lackluster. And I'm starting to question how good he still is at this point. And did he really become complacent to the point where he on a decline because of it? I don't know. Or just maybe it's another bad performance and T.O. It's a case of T.O. just being in his bag. But I don't know. Over time, he had a big event yesterday here in ATL. They're about to start promoting fighters. They have a car here next month. Yeah, man, I want to stay tuned, man. I want to stay tuned for that, man. Overtime, man. Overtime, be doing some stuff, man. That's why I love boxing. Thought T.O. and Rolly would be champions at 140. Can't get over it. Right. It's funny, Don. It's funny. He said he shot. It looked like a thrill. I don't want to like put that on him. I don't know what his issue is. That's 2 fights in a row where you just look very, very bad and flat and look like you couldn't get out of first gear type deal. Something to do with staying at 140 too long. Done that. I was thinking that was the initial problem with why he looked the way he did against Catterall. That and the complacency and drinking and all that overly celebrating that he probably was doing. Yeah, I think Teal smashed CAMPOS in a rematch, bro. Swear I do. If Lopez had fought the same way against CAMPOS, he had won that fight. Absolutely, black belt. Salute the black belt, man. What's good with it? EA, what's good with it, fam? He's best from the 4 Kings. No, Teal, look, Teal put himself back in that conversation with this win for sure. EA, man. It's just he's so young. He still got more to prove. I know he beat one of them. He beat the man. I mean, or one of them guys that was at 140, undoubtedly the man. That was the man, right? So it's just nothing to take away from that win, like in a negative. You know what I'm saying? He just went out there and executed. He stood on business, boxed that man, hurt him, beat him up towards the end. Like, had a good showing, good outing. But let's see what he able to do once he get a good break, good rest, and see what he come back and do. You know what I mean? See who he want to defend that strap again. But he is good because I see a lot of people after this when they like, oh, you know, Tank will never this and that. That's always going to be a much different fight. You would have to be, I don't know, a little silly to believe that he'd do Tank and Teofimo will play out anywhere close to the way Taylor and Teofimo played out. That just won't happen. That just will not happen. You get what I'm saying? In my opinion, that fight will play out totally different. But T.O. is one of them guys, man. He showed it last night, man. You know, focused T.O. is a dangerous T.O. You know what I mean? Focused T.O., locked in T.O. is a dangerous guy. And I said this too, if he's able to put those things to the side like that, let's say if he's able to actually get those issues squared away where they're no longer a problem for him, could he be even better with less stress and chaos in his life? Or is he the type of guy that needs his back to be against the wall to perform his best? That's the only question I have for T.O. I think that's a real question. That's not me trying to hate on him. It's just like, I wonder, are you going to be the kind of guy that just shine your best and you have your biggest moments when you got the most going on in your life. You get what I'm saying? Do it actually take that to happen for you to stand on business, or you get what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. Time gonna tell, man. But I definitely wanted to make sure I came here today and be straight up with the people. He proved me wrong last night, man, and for good reason. Like I said, I'm glad his mental wasn't as bad as what I thought it was. Right? I still think he a young dude with a lot going on and a lot going on in his head and a lot to deal with at that age, right? But I think he's done a solid job in terms of dealing with it and getting his fight won, and maybe he could square those issues away and resume boxing with a lot less baggage, which would then maybe allow him to focus even more, and he could potentially be even better fighter. That's just a possibility. Who knows? 47 are going to be tough for Taylor. I do. I just feel like it is. I feel like people naturally bigger, better, stronger. You know how that get, man. Like, it all depends on what level we talking about. Top tier guys, if that's what he's talking about, I think those dogs is always going to be tough fights for him, but it remains to be seen. I just can't wait to see what he do next. I know he need a break after this loss or whatever the case may be, but he had a long enough break, so shouldn't be looking for too much of a break. You know what I mean? I think Coach already said, I think it's 135 fighter, now moving up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He comfortable there, and I'm cool with that. He's 28, a little late. I think he's the only one I think can beat Teo. Might have Teo in that fight, more like 50-50. Ain't nothing wrong with that, EA, man. Those fights with those guys are of that caliber, in my opinion. Those are 50-50 type fights. I just think difference there is, that athletic edge that he had over Josh Taylor, and quickness and speed. See, Tank will be able to keep up with that, and he ain't gonna just be swinging wild bolo punches and missing like that. Tank is one of the most efficient fighters and accurate fighters we got out there. So that fight will play out a lot differently. It'll be fun to watch though. Teofimo is gonna make any fight where he's locked in and focus is gonna make exciting. He's gonna make it fun. Like any fight. I don't think no fight, as long as he's mentally focused and locked in, he'll just get straight walked through, right? I think he can make a good fight out of any of these people. He just proved it with Josh Taylor, right? Now, can he win them all? And which fights will he take from here on out is the questions, right? But do we have a chance to win any of these fights that, he get in? I think so. You know what I'm saying? Just being focused, right? Like, again, showed a lot of mental toughness and maturity in that way to go out there and be able to focus on that 12 rounds and get that business squared away. You know what I'm saying? So I salute him for it. A solid win. Solid win. Him and Shakur fights and you running 140, yeah. I fought like a man last night, but he's successful, and it's been the worst thing for him. He retired now, right? He said he retired, right? I feel like a big part of me feel like he's just talking, but we're going to see. We're going to see where he takes it from here. Teo versus Rolly in the pay-per-view. Ryan got the winner. Man, the unification. Teo and Rolly, bro. Man, that'd be funny. That'd be funny, man. That'd be something right there, bro. Rolly land one of them phantom punches on Teo and become a unified champion at 140. It'd be crazy. But he did. He fought like a man. He fought like the boss in there, man. And he fought like a man that couldn't afford to lose. And I respected that. He didn't fight desperate, but he fought with a sense of purpose last night. He just wasn't in there, going through the motions. No, he fought with purpose and intent last night, and it paid off big time. Beating Josh Taylor to the punch, outthinking him, outsmarting him, outquicking him, outclassed him. He did that. Outworked him. You know what I'm saying? He did all of that. He's doing all of that. Quit now. He's dead them on that. Yeah, don't be quick talking about y'all can have the Devin Haney's and this and that, Shakur, Tyson Furies, all those guys. I'm like, well, he still be saying a bunch of stuff that just make you be like, huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean they can have those guys? Bro, you got a belt. You better fight somebody or vacate. But I hope he don't retire, because if this is how he gonna perform, if he gonna stay locked in like this, he give himself a great chance to win any fight that he's in, right? You know what I'm saying? No, that don't change shit. You on 13 with 15, so you're fired. Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like I just hate the scorecards, but the 117, 111 was more fitting for me. But you know what I mean? We're gonna see until retire. Yeah, he I think he probably educated jab. Salute, family. How you feeling, bro? He probably just keeping attention on himself or something like that. Something to talk about. He know people gonna talk about it. Everything else he say, people been talking about it, right? So we gonna see. Maybe he's just talking. Who knows, man? But retiring right now off this type of win, I don't know. Retiring at the top, quitting while you ahead is what he's saying. Then he said something about money, like he ain't getting paid enough or something like that. I was like, huh? Against all odds, and you was saying that 817. You was saying that a couple of y'all was saying that, bro. Walks through Lopez after initiating offense. He's always open. Taylor was just like enough aggressive. Yeah, nah, facts. Taylor just didn't have an answer, bro. And he just looked off. He just looked off. Even aside from just getting worked over, he still looked off in the moments where he had opportunities. He just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, it is though. It is. That retirement stuff sound crazy, yo. Right. Yeah, that retirement stuff do sound crazy though. A different fight from Taylor and Josh Taylor. You think Tank has a higher boxing IQ? Josh Taylor, you know what? Yeah, I do. I actually do. I do. I think Tank, because I don't think you can ever. I don't know. It'd be hard to see Tank being that off in a fight. You get what I'm saying? And not just out of sorts. Like to be at that much of a disadvantage where guys just beating him round at the round. I just don't think Tank would allow that. The temperament, the fighter in him, the skill set, and the IQ, I just don't think it'd allow it. You know what I'm saying? I think his focus would be different. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you know, the athleticism and that speed and quickness and things like that, Tank can keep up with that. Because, you know, like a cat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he'll have opportunities always because Teofimo can fight, right? And Tank ain't invincible or nothing like that. But I think it'd be a much better fight. I see it being competitive. You get what I'm saying? More so than that. But I can see Tank catching Teo. I'm not picking Teo to beat Tank. I don't know. It's just hard for me to bet against Tank. But Teo showed you that you can't count him out and just bet against him either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what I think. I think Tank athleticism, the IQ, the patience, and things like that, it do wonders for him against Teofimo. And that jumping in stuff that he do, that'll be problematic. Don't do that with Tank. I think he'll time that and it'll be bad. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a fun fight to watch though. Underdog against Loman Taylor. Yeah, underdog and came out on top. Still have it till to the haters. Yeah, and he still got it, bro. He still got it, man. He was so close. Father Time caught up to him. That's what I thought Thrill Hill was gonna catch it to him, even without seeing the fight before it even started. I said that, you know, the older guy was gonna test him. I thought the younger guy's output and activity was gonna, you know, carry him to victory. William, old school, salute, brother. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. And nobody gonna remember me saying Teal fight best when he died. No, I remember that. And again, 817. That's why I be trying to urge that people really be listening to each other, because it's like with me focusing on the mental. Some people process that as hate, and they like, oh, he made you eat your words. No, he didn't make me eat my words. His mental state is still what it was to me, but he just showed me that he's stronger than what I thought. And he was able to put that stuff, boom, to the side and say, look, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this dub real quick. Because he went right into talking about that stuff again. Get what I'm saying? That post-fight. Start talking about, you know, personal situations again. I'm like, yeah, he's still dealing with it, clearly. Mir Daly would say, Till got tendencies. Yeah, man, you kept saying it, bro. I'm for sure. I'm vouching. I know you was here saying that. He was like, yo, he performed when he against all odds. Kept saying that, you know. He was like, "Yo, telling you, and then he did it. You know what I mean? He did it. A couple people definitely, but you was definitely one of them for sure. Tank ain't fighting Tio. Yeah, no, I don't see that fight happening either, because Tank ain't going to 140 though before we fight Devin. I I think he'll fight both of them dudes. I just would love to see what's going on because I just want to see how this all shake out. I definitely think he'll fight them both, though. That's just me. I mean, I think it makes sense he'll fight him. But we're going to see, man. Ran up and seen before the fight and said, bring out Gordo on box. Hey, man, Bill Haney did. He did. He said, we're going to box this guy, man. We're going to box this guy. And he did. He did. He did. Nobody got Teo swag in the ring. Now, Teo got his own style, man. Teo got his own style, bro. Got his own style. And again, focused. He's good for boxing, as I always stated, despite if I thought he was going to lose or not. I always said that. Haney went 9-3, 8-4. I want to see both of them fights. Yeah, man, educated jab. I would love to see him, bro. I just hope the politics of boxing and nothing like that get in the way. I just hope these dudes is all allowed to make these fights because I just don't understand why we can't get more of them, bro. That's what I want to see, more of these fights. Meaningful fights. You know what I'm saying? Meaningful fights. That's time for another year, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a lot of debating back and forth with that. But I always felt like this in the end, right? The ultimate thing that caused Lomachenko was letting his foot up off the gas and not giving it 100%. And I think anytime I know a guy doesn't give a fight 100%, the biggest fight of his life, I have no problem with people telling me they thought he lost. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. This is the decline of Josh Taylor. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Hey, Will, man. I wanted to try to say it in a way where I want to be clear. I'm not taking out from Teal, but Josh Taylor, second performance in a row, bro. He looked terrible. He looked very flat off. His offense never got on track. He was swinging big, loading up a lot, missing. Like, he looked like even when Tio wasn't putting hands on him, he still was looking bad when he had opportunities. He'd load up, swing big, miss. His timing was off. He just was off point. Off point. And he got his confidence taken too during the fight. Tio was putting hands on that man. To this thing, but Tank smash him tails one true pony last night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll never see Tank being reduced like that, I don't think, to no one hand. You get what I'm saying? It's far too smart and athletic for it, you know what I'm saying? And confident in himself. You ain't gonna break his confidence like that, and you ain't gonna be hurting him like you hurt Taylor either, believe it or not. I don't think Tank be right there waiting for that. Man, that'd be fun to watch, I tell you that. And so like, well, either they ain't like that. Teal was too athletic for Taylor, and Teal looked bad in his last two fights as well. Yeah, I say he looked bad definitely in the Martin fight, the Pedro Campos fight. He did what he was supposed to do with that guy, and he looked decent there. But that Sandor Martin fight was a struggle, and then all the things that took place after that, I just felt like he wasn't gonna be focused, but he was. So salute to him. Congratulations to Teofimo Lopez Jr. and Sr. I proved your boy wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I'm glad to see you get your win. Hopefully you will use this as some motivation and momentum to build off and keep giving us good fights. I mean, go take you a break that you probably need and get back to it, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Man. So we gon' see, man. But yeah, good night of boxing overall. Sonny Edwards got him a win. And he keep calling for Bam Rodriguez. I just think Bam Rodriguez is a level or so above Sonny Edwards. I think Bam would take him out. That's just me, but I still would love to see the fight, especially being that Sonny Edwards feel like that's a fight he could win. I think Bam, I have all the tools and a deep enough bag and IQ to beat him. I definitely know that. So I feel like that anyway. I definitely feel like that. He definitely got every tool that he would need to get the win. And that's for sure. That is for sure that. But we're going to see what they do, man. We're going to see, man. Hopefully they do make a Sonny Edwards versus Bam Rodriguez. Like I said, that'll be fun. Rolly was good with it, man. When beat the English muffin off, yeah, man. He gonna smoke. He gonna smoke Sonny Edwards, in my opinion. Beat the boy up pretty good. That's what I think. So we want to fight. The whole tendencies get a win. Oh shit, man, you funny. Yeah, crazy. But what else, man? AB came back. He had a good win on Friday, man. Again, like it was cool to see him in there, getting back to what he do, man. Just to see him make that ring walk and step between the ropes was like a win in itself, man. So for him to get the actual win in the ring and beat up a guy, whether it was a lawyer or not, I don't care. He got him a win, get back in the win column. Now he has something that he can try to build off. I would suggest that he try to fight a Regis and no top guy right off a performance like that. You know what I mean? But you just need more work. But we'll see. Hopefully he make the most out of his opportunities and he continue to get them until he ready to hang them gloves up. But I like Broner, man. Good to see him throwing more than 2 or 3 punches around and stuff like that, letting his hands go a little bit more pressure and coming forward, going to the body well. You know what I mean? Sharp shooting hurt his man early in the fight, first round. You know what I mean? Didn't get him out of there, but 2.5 years, man, that was a solid performance for the man. And putting himself through all the things he went through, the alcoholism and, you know, losing money, all the legal trouble, all that stuff, man. He won big Friday. He won big Friday, bro. He won big, man. He won big, and it was good to see, man. So, who else, man? Who else? Who else? Did I miss nothing? Because I didn't want to be too long on this post-fight, man. But, man, I think that was it for this, man. Ultimately, Teo went out there and did his thing. Let's see what's next for him. I seen Bill Haney there, probably doing some scouting. Who knows? Maybe that fight can happen, right? You never know. You know what I'm saying? But Devin Haney not only has options, Teofimo now, after a big win over Josh Taylor and taking them belts, he has options. So let's just see what this is going to lead to. I know both guys probably going to go get them some much-needed rest, take them a little break, and then possibly get back to it. But we're going to see. All in all, it was a great weekend of boxing. I ain't got much to complain for. I wish I would have got to see Jermaine Ortiz fight, and I wish I would have got to see more of that Robson-Conceição fight because he was bringing that heat, man. It looked like it was going to get exciting because he looked like he wasn't coming to go to the cards, and I like to see that. His temperament was to come out there and smash, and that's what he was trying to do. So it was good to see it, man. And all in all, man, solid night of boxing, man. Teo shocked the world, man. He back on top. Let's see what he do with it. Jaime Munguia, from what I'm hearing, got a gift. So let's see what he do with his gift. You get what I'm saying? Floyd versus Gotti today, yeah, man. Rolly for this fighting John Gotti the third or whatever, right? So, man, maybe, man, who knows if I'll come back for that. But, man, boxing is winning, man. They keep delivering fights, man. So everybody stay stay tuned, man. We got some more boxing. I gotta see what's the next big fight now. This is June. We got Alicia Baumgartner and them on the 15th. Yeah, I heard they took it from her. Wait. Will said the link. Yeah, he did. Chenko. Yeah, I heard Chenko. I'm gonna give versus and Billy get mandated. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to watch, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That'd be a fun fight to watch. I'm gonna give versus and Billy. That'd be fun, bro. You got nobody, man. At TO1, you got to admit Taylor is on a noticeable decline. Yeah, well, I agree, man. Look, that's no slight to Teofimo. He just didn't look good in his second straight fight, and it's deeper than just the guys that's in front of him. You can, I don't want to put up no argument. If you want to say Catterall just that much better, Teo, that just that much better. That's cool, no argument there. It's just I still know a guy that even when Teo wasn't attacking and on his ass, he still looked bad. You know what I'm saying? When he was coming forward trying to press the issue in spots, just didn't look good. He never looked good in the fight. And some of that has to be a layoff or just, I don't know, just a decline is look like what it is. Well, I'm with you on that. That's what it looked like, bro. And that's no slight to Teo. That's him. That's Josh Taylor. Like, that's why I know he just fought. And it's going to be a while before you see him back in there. But I'm interested to see what he looks like again. Because that I just wasn't impressed at no point in the fight with nothing he really was doing. You know what I'm saying? The first couple of rounds, he made things a little competitive and interesting. After that, it was just like nothing. Like he one-way traffic. He just was bud and knew he floating right. Right, man. So those are the next big fights, man. So we're gonna stay tuned for him, man. We are. We took his last time last night, could have stopped him. Man, I heard that was a barn burn. I gotta go watch the replay of that joint. I'm mad I couldn't catch it at the time of. Wish it would have came on at a different time, man. But it is. But nah, facts 817. He said was no tornado last night. Well, no tartan, no nothing, none of that. It was as the takeover was last night. It was the takeover, David. The takeover was alive and kicking last night. 2 more undisputed fights next month. Yeah, man. Boxing winning, man. We delivering in a big way, yo. I mean, they delivering for us in a big way. It's not perfect, but we getting a lot of the stuff that we want. I believe so. So, I mean, I think as long as we continue to get fights that matter, we'll continue to we'll be all right. Just it's not the layoff, it's the damage he's taking. You can see the slow reaction time and the fact he can't decide when to throw. I noticed that, yo, he looked hesitant. And I know Pete, as much as everybody want to say it was just I don't want to it was just how good Teo was. I know the layoff, and look, he did. Somebody else brought that up. He took some real damage in that Prograis fight, right? And he went on to win since then, but he just ain't quite looked the same since he beat Ramirez. After that, I think he just looked a certain way. He looked rusty and unsure of himself. He did. And I ain't to Dame was good with it, fam. And Ingram, Mayweather's card, right? He on there again, right? Yeah, man, he took some real damage, yo. He did. Yeah, man. Nah, I'm with you, Will. I think you make a great point, bro. Or you make a great point, bro. Man, yeah, educated job, big fights ahead, man. Boxing is winning, bro. This is fun. Yeah, educated jab. He definitely need to move up. I think so. You know what I'm saying? I think so. I definitely think so. My bad, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all punch the like button out. 88 Sports Talk. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? After the 6th round, it was all Teofimo. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Yeah. After 6, 7 through 12, bro. It was one-way traffic. I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like his styles make fights or his Taylor decline or the layoff. I think a combination of all that, 88. If we being real, I think it's a combination because styles make fights is true, especially when you're able to implement said style. I think we seen just some effects of the layoff, if we're being real, because it's just what it is. But Teofimo was very good last night. It's just what it is too, right? And the decline thing is real. I think this is 2 fights in a row where he looked extremely flat. He just didn't look like he got out of first gear. He looked very unsure of himself, gun shy. He looked like that in the Jack Catterall fight as well. So I think you guys, off his last 2 performances, man, it looks like this man is declining. That's what it looks like. Either that or he's sticking around at 140 too long. He need to go his ass up. You get what I'm saying?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
I think Teal got in Josh's head too. It was over anxious. Early, man. He was. Josh Taylor was trying too hard. It's all of a sudden like he reduced himself to some power puncher that he's not. And I was like, you're not gonna win like that. You were loading up, and it's like it couldn't work, bro. It couldn't work. I think Teal got Josh's head too. He was overly anxious, yeah, for sure though, man. He got him like he got him way too out his comfort zone and just out his character, and just to be swinging for the fences like that, loading up, missing with them left hands, even the left hands that landed, he wasn't effective last night at all, bro. His power looked ineffective. He didn't look like he can do much with Teal. Teal didn't look like he was unbothered by this dude, bro. He's like he was straight unbothered by, bro. Straight unbothered by him. I'm just like, yo, god damn, bro. Man, he was on his bag, man. He's fighting like with a sense of urgency. He needed to be there. You know what I'm saying? He fought like a guy that couldn't afford to lose. And I feel like the guy that could afford to lose the most lost last night. You get what I'm saying? The guy that couldn't afford to lose fought like it. You know what I'm saying? Respect to him, his dad, salute him. Great night of boxing, man. Salute to my bro, 88 Sports Talk, man. Much love and appreciation for the support, fam. And salute to everybody in the building, pulling up. We did over 8 hours yesterday, y'all. We put that work in, man. We came back to get some good post-fight thoughts, man. I think overall it was a great night of boxing, man. It's a great night of boxing. I'm saying I'm gonna go watch that Munguia fight, man. Get my thoughts on that at a later point. But I really want to go watch it for myself. But I did hear that it was a damn good fight. Swear 7 was good with it. He said fact that a faded version of Teal did that is amazing. I don't know, but he didn't look faded last night. You get what I'm saying? He looked rejuvenated. He did. He looked like a fresh Teofimo. Taylor was hurt, yeah. Yeah, he was hurt. Yeah, his punch resistance was looking. He didn't look good, Will. He was getting hurt. Yeah, he was getting punched on. He started getting beat up after a while, and it was bad. Yeah, Teal kind of let him off the hook in some spots, I feel like. Yeah, feet, you know, he brought a level of entertainment there. He did it. If he really, but he really won't be double undisputed though, because he really, you know. But I gotta rewatch that fight. He wouldn't be double undisputed at all. But Chaka had that argument. I know a lot of people feel like he was undisputed, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button as well, man. And sub to the channel if y'all haven't. And we gonna keep this train rolling, y'all. We gonna keep it rolling. But salute to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button on the way out. Man, we just gave boxing is just due one more time, and y'all stay tuned. Y'all know how we do. We be back tomorrow at our normal time, 4 o'clock, man. Burn up the airwaves again, man. So with that being said, salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, man. And we gonna be back tomorrow at 4. Take over, you did. So with that, we gonna get going, y'all. Peace to the fam, man.